You mean I should take this idea to a think tank?
No, I'm saying right now we're having a think tank. Is that
Okay.
what you're asking?
Yeah. But as in like a place to discuss things, how it could work out, right?
I don't know how to answer your question, man. Sorry.
So can you tell me, am I being, because this is going back to like my speech thing, am I not being specific enough? Am I asking too vague? Can you ask me more specific?
This is kind of what Kevin does.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of used to this a little bit. So you start talking about a topic, and then because it was like a topic, you kind of like branched off, but you didn't like, when you're communicating to somebody else, you have to guide them into that transition. You can't just go from like, even if it's the same topic, I don't know what your brain.
Can you give an example of what I just did? Like literally just say.
Like you were asking me basically what we were talking about, like how to kind of what I understood anyways was how you wanted to label this conversation. So I said think tank, and then you were like,
I see.
You went off into a whole different.
Okay, maybe whatever I'm trying to communicate in my mind, I'm assuming that I'm communicating to you. That's not the case. Let me try to clarify. When I said, what do you think of what do you think a virtual living room setup would look like?
A virtual living room setup?
Yeah.
I mean,
like in the mental health space. I'll give you an example.
I envision like I understand what you're saying. Like I envision like a podcast setup, but like in a comfier setup. So maybe like have couches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can have like a couple cameras that can pan to like different people, whoever's speaking, and have a couple microphones set up. Maybe you can have.
You know, I was not even thinking of a physical living room space that was broadcasted, but that's an idea you just brought up to me. A place where creative people can actually create content. And the problem is, what you described, this people who have these mental health issues, they're usually the creative nature. They just cannot handle that energy, so it goes someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a space where they're actually able to, like how you guided me and you gave me feedback, that helps.
Okay.
You know, rather than just like trying to listen to me and fake that you're hearing, like yeah, and then just like get overwhelmed because it's like going all over the place, right? That's like total Gemini thinking.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it might be wise to like maybe include a mental health professional that is also participating. Yeah, go for it. That is also participating in that, so they can give that productive feedback. Because I know for mental health, it's like a lot of times it's hard to realize what you're putting out.
Can I put all of it? This is really hot and there's a lot.
That's cool, man. I'm gonna mix it all in with my greens.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
For you.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you.
Let's go on.
Is it flavored already too?
Oh yeah, it's garlic.
Nice.
Good for the digestive system.
Keep vampires away.
Yeah. That's my testing tool.
What?
You're not a vampire.
You just feed them garlic flavored quinoa. You're like,
right?
Okay, you're not a vampire.
You're not allergic to quinoa, are you? Oh, I'm allergic to garlic.
Oh man, this is good stuff.
That's good.
I might actually have to grab some packets like that because that would be good to have at work. Throw it in the
Is that right?
for a bit.
So I'm telling you another thing. These packets, literally dumpster dive. Someone put it out there, like in Oak Park.
Okay.
If people have good stuff, like this is the benefit of living in a good neighborhood. They don't tend to throw things out; they just leave it out, so someone can grab it.
Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So that's the benefit of getting a house in like a good neighborhood type of thing. Mm-hmm. And my idea would be great if I can get a house in a western suburb area.
In Illinois?
In Illinois.
Okay. Western, like Rockford?
Not Rockford, closer to Elgin. Closer to Carroll Stream, because that's where my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, it'd be great if I had a place between my cousins and like where Moby is for the meditation.
Okay.
Just some middle space. But I'd be far from the city, that's the only thing. I just never lived, well I did. Glendale Heights, I've lived there.
It's just taxes, man. That's why whenever someone mentions they want to buy property in Illinois, I'm like, you would not. You should not do that. Like, I would never buy property in Illinois, ever.
Okay, random question. Do you still consider yourself Sufi?
I don't consider myself anything.
Okay.
I never even really considered myself Sufi in the beginning.
In a way, that is Sufi. Sufi is just one without any labels. This is how I look at it. Well, I add that to one who's also without labels, but with the intention of creating harmony wherever they go. Or they do create harmony. This is a great book, this right here, The Mysticism of Sound and Music. It talks about how a saint, their presence just puts everything into harmony. Like not just the people, but like the environment too. So like if a saint is in a place and there's chaos all around, you can assume you're protected because the area is kind of like in a bubble in that sense. So that's the benefit of having, and it's kind of like that theory, well, I don't know where it is, but like the world is not going to end as long as there's a saint living. Like it's not going to be a total planetary destruction.
Gotcha.
But yeah. But tell me more about Kevin and the similarities to me. Like, do you think we'd be able to have a conversation?
Who, you and Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, he needs more friends.
What is he doing now? Do you want to invite him?
I don't know what he's doing. I can hit him up. If you want to have more.
Well, first of all, just after getting to know him for a bit, because I don't know what else your plans were too. Like, I'm open to it, but just to know. Plus, I gotta ask Marina too.
Yeah, I didn't have any plans for tonight besides
Okay.
home and chill.
I can dig it. Well, you chilled here several times. I remember last time you chilled here?
Yeah,
you went to Italy?
You got my back too, man. When I was like struggling and stuff, you got my back. Let me sleep on the couch. Appreciate that.
Well, divine friendship always helps.
True.
But
every friendship is divine, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. I mean, in a way, if you know how to utilize it.
I like my way of connecting with people is laughter. Like I'm always giggling, I'm always laughing. And like I'm not even really laughing about anything.
Well, yeah, you have that Libra
funny
mentality. Very jolly and just like easygoing. I remember some of the key things you said is just keep it simple, you know? And I'm more like, in my head, I'm thinking, oh wait, but not make it complicated, but let's expand on that. You're like, it's already too complicated.
And it's interesting because like I do think about complex things. Like I do contemplate like how things work, and like I am able to see the details and pay attention to the details. But for myself, I usually just keep it very like matter of fact, I guess.
Can you give me an example?
Like if I have a task in front of me, I look at the task, I see what needs to be done to complete the task, and I do those things to complete the task.
And do you get distracted when you're trying to multitask? Like have a conversation?
No.
You don't?
I can work and have an in-depth conversation at the same time.
Very interesting.
I mean, I really equate that to my restaurant experience, in that when you're working as a chef or a cook, like you have to be able to like do 1,000 different things at the same time.
I'll imagine.
Yeah.
I can't, I mean, because servers get good tips and stuff, but it's like, how much effort do you have to put in that? It's not easy.
No, it's not easy at all, man.
But you develop the good skills, I mean, that's what it's all about. Damn. Would you, so you're not observing Ramadan or anything anymore, like last time?
No.
When's the last time you did that?
I attempted Ramadan 2020, and I didn't finish it.
Okay. How far did you get? It's like a month, 40-day long session?
I mean, I've completed Ramadan before. I think that was my second Ramadan that I would.
Oh, okay. Did you do it alone or did you have help?
What do you mean?
Like, did you, whenever you broke the fast, did you do it yourself or did you go to like a group?
No.
And like,
I mean, sometimes it would be with like Afshin. You know, we would have like iftar and is it sahur? Is it sahur that's the breakfast one?
I think so.
you know, when we'd hang out.
Iftar, I think, is the, yeah, suhoor is the
Iftar
morning.
is like...
Suhoor is the breakfast, yeah. Suhoor
Yeah.
is breakfast.
For the most part, I just did it on my own.
Okay. Interesting. And are you still in touch with Sheen? Is she still communicating with you?
No, she said she doesn't really want to have anything to do with me, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you tell her, well, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, everyone's got to set, if you feel like you have to set a boundary in life and you set it, I can't hate you for it. I mean, if you feel like you really need to have a boundary set, you know, go for it. Set a boundary then.
But, so you know, she also works in, like, mental health. She's a caseworker.
Yep. Well, she doesn't actually work in mental health. She works for an insurance company.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She wants to, she's gone to school for it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Good information to know.
Yeah, she's a caseworker for an insurance company, and she deals with people specifically, or mainly in mental health facilities.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, someone who has that ambition, if it's funny, if a person was in an interview and they knew this thing happened, do you think she'd get a job?
If they knew that she set a boundary?
Not
Is that what you're asking?
Well, how you were treated in that relationship. From the beginning to, like, let go, you know? I mean,
that's a great question.
If I'm opening up any kind of, like, you know, let me know, you know?
I'm a very... I've got no sensitivities in life.
Everyone has.
No, I really don't. I really don't. It's fucking great. I love it. I work with a bunch of, like, ex-convicts, and, like, they're always talking shit, like, we're gonna steal your bike, you know, and I'm just like, alright, go for it, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go buy another one, and it's gonna be even better than this one, so.
There you go.
But yeah, no, that's a really interesting question. I mean, I think in life when people get really passionate about something, it becomes their whole world.
Mm-hmm.
And then so if something comes into their life that challenges that, either that be a person or a place or a thing, they're quick to set a boundary and be like, well, I don't want that in my life because it's potentially threatening what I've built or whatever, if that's a mental thing or an emotional or a physical, whatever. So, I don't know. It's a tough one, man. It's a real tough one.
See, this is why I'm highlighting your kindness.
What do you mean?
Like, you just answered something, like, completely in a way where it doesn't paint the other person I asked you in the opportunity in a negative light.
Because it's not
Plus,
necessary.
you just told me you work with convicts and stuff too. But the fact that you do not, like, you have the choice to do it too. You just don't.
No.
That, like, tells me a lot about your, like, consciousness.
I mean, in a way, like, there are definitely times where, like, I become an asshole. But it takes a lot for me to, like, really start
I think that's the
digging
thing.
in, you know what I mean?
That's the thing. Maybe it's like conversation we could be having. How long? Because I think everyone has this. It's like a breaking point. How long does it take until you become an asshole? Like, how much stress do you have to be going through? At what point does overwhelm kick in? And how do you handle it? It's more of a thought question.
Okay. When it comes to interpersonal relationships, it takes a very long time for me to get to an overwhelmed state. But I am also quick to set boundaries. I am very quick to say, I don't like this aspect of a relationship and I want to set a boundary to make sure that changes. And I'm quick to do that. But when I do that, I'm not doing it like I'm doing it like how I just had mentioned, like when you just said that, you know, I could have said a lot of worse things, but I kept it very like neutral, I guess.
Yeah. By choice.
And like that's how I conduct most of my conversations when dealing with other people. But like, for example, with these two DUI situations, like when I lost my driver's license and everything like that, like.
And what was the context behind that? Like, why were you in that situation?
Because I was in the suburbs. And like I said, I was only like 1 point over the limit, so.
Oh, you wouldn't like be able to fight that in court or anything?
I don't have the will enough to live to do that.
Oh. Interesting.
Like, it's.
So your tactic is kind of like, I don't have this? Whatever, I'm gonna look at the alternative. I'm not gonna even go check it for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it moving, because like, it's just a government. It's
That's
just
so
a system. Like, I'm still able to function as a human being without being able to drive. But what I was saying is like, when those things happened, I was at an overwhelmed state. And like, that's when I start thinking about suicide, and I start, you know what I mean, like not wanting to live anymore. And I do go through those places of like depression and shit. So if it's something that gets in the way of me just doing my thing and being like myself, like that's when I'd say like I get overwhelmed, but that overwhelm doesn't last for very long. Like, I'm very quick to like jump up and be like, okay,
that's amazing.
I gotta keep it moving.
How, like, has this been like an innate character within you? Like, just getting overwhelmed really quick? Or did you like experience that and train yourself like a muscle?
No, it's pretty natural, I'd say.
Like from like, is it like something from childhood or something? Like.
No, I mean, honestly, I was a very lazy child. I was very lazy. I was a rebel. I didn't want to listen. I had gotten kicked out from most of the schools that I was ever in. I barely was in high school. I got my GED because I got kicked out because I got sent to jail when I was 17. So like, no.
You've been through jail. Just walk me down. So, like, high school, college? No, jail. And now you're in college? Right?
Yep.
And you're gonna go to be an electrical engineer.
But not because I want it as a career. I mean, if it becomes a career, great. I just like to learn. That's one thing I've learned about myself in adulthood, is that I like to learn. I think having knowledge, I think having skills is the most valuable thing.
Now, when you're in an overwhelmed state, do you have the will to learn? Do you have the interest to learn?
It's definitely more difficult. Like, I definitely have to push myself back into that place of like being open enough to learn. Cause I'm like and when I'm in that overwhelmed state, like I would say I'm more isolated, but like on purpose. Like I kind of like, I'm just not as communicative with people. I'm very like, I just kind of, go into my own space, if that makes sense. So, you good?
Yeah. What do you think keeps you like that?
What do you mean? Keeps me like what?
Like being able to bounce back from overwhelm.
It's just a mindset. I mean, it goes back to what I said earlier. You have choices in life.
So for you, it doesn't like affect you physically.
It's all practical. I'm a very practical person. It's all practical for me.
I'm curious. I don't know if I've been charted before, but I'm wondering how much Capricorn you have in it. I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart. But just
I do have a lot of Capricorn. I think it's either my
are.
rising sign or my moon sign. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
So I end up thinking, I'll end up being in an overwhelmed state where I'm kind of like on a lower energy where, I do the bare minimum, just take care of myself in whatever bare minimum way I can. But there comes a point where I think to myself, well, like, there's either I continue to live life in this state of just low energy and like not feeling alive. I can continue to live in that state, or I can just not. I can just do other things. And then I'm feeling alive. And like, even to this day, like, I'm not 100% okay, man. Like, I'm an asshole. Like, I'm angry.
That doesn't mean,
you know, I'm depressed inside.
Like, when you say you're not okay, to me it's like, that's like what you just described to me as normal. People go through being an asshole.
But I can't describe to you how I am inside. Like, I am not.
Like, I'm ashamed. This is me. Like, when I'm in that state of overwhelm, I go through tremendous shame, and I don't want to show myself. And that's why I don't want to talk. Just being that way.
Shame for, like, not being as productive as you can be, or?
Just, I don't see myself as this person. I haven't accepted that part of myself. I don't see myself as someone, like, the fact that I cannot be able to be in a position to help somebody, the fact that I'm not returning a phone call, the fact that I'm not texting, this could be people pleasing too. I've become like more in that because I felt that I was not giving enough before.
Okay.
So I would go do tasks or, you know, agree with certain things, and instead of set a boundary when I'm about to get overwhelmed, kind of push my way into that until I get overwhelmed. And at that point, I'm no longer, like, that's when the executive dysfunction kicks in.
Okay.
And I noticed that. But now, sometimes, this is the kicker, Alexa, like, I can go to sleep completely fine, I wake up completely dysfunctional. Makes no sense to me.
But, like, what do you mean by dysfunction?
Just I don't want to talk. I cannot talk. I cannot work. I cannot go to the car. I cannot, like, just, you know, like, depressive symptoms. It's hard for me to, like, wash, like, go into, like, to, like, cover myself with water.
Okay.
I don't know if you've experienced that.
But you have to really put things into perspective. Because, like, when you say dysfunctional, like, you're not dysfunctional.
I have a job interview.
You have a house. You're not impulsive enough to spend all your money. You're not an alcoholic. You're not a drug addict. You're not beating somebody up every single day.
Well, you're looking at a different
No, it's
range.
not different. It's not a different range. It's not. It's not a different range. Because at any time, you could become that. You're not on a different plane. You're a human being just like every single person.
But someone, well, okay, I see what you're saying. But I'm just talking about an extreme. Like, I'm not, like, homeless out there. I may be staying in a room, right, that I rent.
Right.
But I could be having a house if I work for it and living in a much better condition.
Okay.
But I have to invest more.
Okay.
It comes with more responsibilities. So my mindset is, you know, what's that word? Minimalistic.
But
Just stay minimalistic right now, and I don't feel like I'm reaching my potential.
But you can't equate that to dysfunction. You can't say that's mental health. Because a normal person has days where they don't want to do something, and that's totally 100% okay. That doesn't mean you have mental illness.
There's no person that just doesn't do anything.
Yes, there are. I literally have days where I don't do shit. I will literally just sit on my phone all day.
But you doing nothing is different than another person doing nothing.
No, it's not. Tell me how that makes sense.
Well, maybe I haven't talked to you about doing nothing. So you just stay on your phone or you sleep all day kind of thing?
Deadass.
You have work schedules.
I've literally taken days off of work to literally just sleep and do nothing all day.
Really?
Yeah.
You can do that?
I can do that.
In a full-time job?
I can do that, and even if I lose that job, I'll go get another fucking job.
This is the mentality I want to have. This is the mentality Moby has, actually. That's why he's, like, in Pakistan, and because he's literally trying to...
I don't respect him for leaving his family, to be honest.
No, I mean, their setup is different.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck how in love you are with somebody. You don't do that. You don't just leave your family.
He's not leaving. Because we just came from we just came back in November, and like he's been there with us since in October we went to UK, but he's on a special mission, and I don't know if you met Farah's mother.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She's from Karachi, and she's one of like the main like khadims as they call it.
Okay.
Like kind of like governor of that area. So it's kind of like, and Pir Sahib, it's like an arranged marriage. So they understand and are in that living situation. Do you know there's arrangements put in or something?
That's fine.
So does that make you change the way you're looking at Moby?
Huh?
How you told about it, how you said about him, like you don't respect him.
Not really.
But by understanding that situation, how it is being arranged and they are being taken care of, like he's financially providing for them.
That's fine.
And they got a house, but he's just not there in person.
Okay. That's fine.
So what made you say that you don't respect him then?
I don't. Just period. I don't like the way he's talked to people. I don't like the way he's talked to me. And I don't care how much of a hustler he is. And if you want to talk about love and you want to talk about spirituality, and then you talk to people in a certain kind of way, and you deal with people a certain kind of way, like when that type of confusion, and that's dysfunctional to me, because that's straight up confusion. To say you're for something on one end, and then your actions and your words represent something different. That to me means like I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't have a lot of respect for those kinds of people.
Wow. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a personal choice. That's just a boundary I decide to set for myself.
So do you feel that your treatment that you received from Afshin versus Moby is different?
No, they're basically the same.
But you respect Afshin more?
Honestly, I don't even think about either of them. Like, I don't.
But didn't you have like a cleaning business arranged by them too? Like they helped you
Arranged by them?
Well,
No,
they helped
I
you get
had my
clients
shit.
and stuff, right?
No.
They didn't?
No.
How was the situation then? Because I've been hearing different things.
Well, exactly.
So tell me, what was
exactly my point, my
friend.
How
was it? Tell me, like what from your if you're.
I don't need to.
Okay. I mean, if you want to share anything.
I already told you I don't need
details. Okay.
And like I said, that's exactly the reason I don't have respect for them, because.
Well, I don't know details from you either, so no one's giving details.
Well, clearly you did get details from them. So go ahead and just believe whatever details you've already received.
Well, I know you as a person, I respect you. So there's a difference. But I'm going to ask you the same question as the guy who asked you with Sheen. Now, Moby, right? He's in a position, his leadership position for guiding a meditation about, oneness, unity, and diversity and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How you were treated, do you believe that matches the description?
Honestly, I don't know why you're getting into this. Is this what you wanted to hang out about?
No, I'm just curious.
Because I don't know why we're even talking. Like, I don't
it's
go
mental
together.
Health. It's mental health.
It's really not.
For me,
you're talking about. You're purposefully mentioning these relationships to get basically dirt. And I don't really feel like doing that.
I have no idea. I have no intention for any kind of
Then what's the intention?
We'll change the topic. The intention is to find out what's going on with you.
But that's not going on with me anymore. They are not my life.
For me, it's all like
it
connected.
Was. It's not now, right? It was.
So,
do they still mention my name today? Do they
I
ask
still
how I'm
mention
doing?
it.
You might, but do they?
People in Pakistan still mention you. It's like, how is your other friend?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the two people you keep specifically mentioning. Are they asking about me? Are they talking about me? To this day, today.
I think, yeah, you've been mentioned, yeah. So is Eric.
Okay.
Many people. Who haven't
I'm not mentioning them. My point is I'm not mentioning them. They are not a part of my... So this is a
boundary in a topic you don't want to discuss, basically.
It's basically like past shit to me.
Just leave that.
Right. It's basically
what do you mean,
past shit? They are in my past.
Past.
I no longer think about them. I no longer want to have anything to really do with them.
Okay. Interesting.
I take care of my shit. I take care of what I need to take care of, and that's it. No one else is doing that for me, and I don't want anybody else to do that for me, to be honest.
In the past.
Yeah.
But how can you like? This is interesting because for me, this whole thing is mental health related, and I'll tell you why. Just the way I think is different than the way you think. That's why I call it like a different. When we get psychological, that's for me, it's mental health.
Okay.
But so one of the things, you helped Moby repair his roof, right, in his house, or you and your family.
I believe we did some work for him.
So.
And I've done other work for him. So what?
See, I don't understand. It's like someone who I've had that integrated in my life. Maybe I'm just looking at the way I'm integrating people in my life differently. I guess I'm not one who burns bridges. That's just one thing. I try, and remember what you highlighted is everyone's a divine friend. Remember you said that?
Okay, right.
But then there are certain people you don't want to associate that divinity for.
In the past, maybe there was a divine friendship. That is no longer today.
Oh, okay. So
why continue the conversation about them when they're not in my life today?
Not continue it. I mean, we're just highlighting different things.
But they're people that I am currently not thinking about, or they're not on my radar.
Okay.
So to like be asking these, like to be answering these questions about these people that I genuinely don't think about anymore, like why?
Okay.
You know?
Are you uncomfortable discussing this topic?
I don't really know how to answer that question.
Okay, do you remember Eric?
Yeah.
Do you know his condition right now?
Nope.
So last time I spoke with him, he was in a group home.
Okay.
Do you remember how he was coming to the gatherings? Did you ever have like...
Is this the guy that went to like the Buddhist
yes.
place and like wanted to die or some shit like that?
Kinda.
Okay.
He's kind of more like a heavyset dude. But
Okay.
also, like,
Yeah, I think I know what
kind
you're
of,
talking about. Yep. So he was in a group home.
He's in a group home now, but he was living with his father, like
Okay.
in Hyde Park, but that situation.
All right.
This is kind of coming back to our initial discussion about mental health, home, living room space.
Okay.
That's kind of the intention, right? So one idea I had, right? You see this setup right here?
Hmm.
I was gonna have the camera, like this is where there's no body shown in the image, right? I mean, I could even like set it up. Do I even have this thing? I don't know. Oh, here it is. So I had my camera stand. I could just show you. Well, you know what? I could show the how it would look. That wouldn't hurt. Touched on something. Yeah, I might just hold it like this.
Do you like skiing? You ever been skiing?
I've never been skiing. I've been skateboarding. I'm open to it.
You know Gino, right?
Yes.
So I'm trying to put together something for February. I think it's either February. Yeah, I think February 9th. In Lake Geneva, they have the Grand Geneva there. They're doing a, it's like a winter carnival on that Saturday, and then they have like the ski and snowboarding resort.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm trying to get like a group together to like maybe rent a like a villa for the night, and then like the next day like kind of go skiing and snowboarding.
What would be like the investment in that, you think?
Not a lot.
Ballpark.
I have to get pricing on the villa, but like the ski rental is like $45.
Dude, I'm totally down.
Okay.
I've never done that. I want to do skiing or like snow sports.
Yeah, so far it's Gino, maybe Kevin, maybe my mom, maybe Gino's roommate Enrique. So far it's a pretty decent amount of people.
Okay. Pretty cool.
Keep it on your calendar. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, let me put a note really quick right now on it. You said February?
Yeah, I think like February 9th or something. I'll get back to you on the exact date.
I can do it. How's Gino, by the way?
He's well. He was managing the School of Metaphysics in Palatine for a while. But
he's no longer doing it?
I don't know why. I feel like I remember him saying that he was gonna be dropping down. Maybe I'm making that part up. That might be completely lie and accident.
Complete lie.
He is writing a book. He's been writing a book for the past I think it's been 5 or 6 years. And he's just now he's at the finish line of completing it. And it's basically a huge story or a book about, so his mom's father was this mobster in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So basically it's her account of his dealings in Chicago and how that was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's at the basic finish line of he's got an editor who's been editing it and he's just finalizing everything. So he's good. He's doing good.
That's really good. Last time I didn't see him there, but he was at the Parliament of World Religions. That was this year.
You didn't see him there, but you knew he was there.
You knew he was there. I missed the entire... Again, I had another episode.
Mm.
Would you call it an episode where you just drop everything and you just cannot fulfill the obligation? Not you get admitted to a hospital or anything, but you just...
No.
Something gets overwhelmed and you're just just can't do this.
No.
You would call that an episode?
I do not call that an episode. Sometimes you just...
I call it an episode. It's the way you frame it in your mind. It's maybe that's what... I'm really hard on myself. I've been telling this... when I go to even talk therapy, they just say, Jerry, you're really being hard on yourself. I'm just kind of I don't see it.
You are, though. And granted, to have a standard for yourself is great. It's great. But you have to realize, dude, you're alive for a decent amount of years on this planet.
Mm.
There's no rush. And, if you're in an environment where people don't respect that you're a human being, that's not even a good environment to be in. There's, thousands of different environments that you can be in where maybe you're going to find a job or a place where you can just be yourself and have those days where maybe you don't want to do shit.
I'm just so content.
What do you mean?
I think this is laziness speaking. For me to move, that fact I think is just taking too much effort.
But do you have any solid plans for what you could be doing better with your time?
Not really. Yeah. I gotta take this call. Excuse me. Hello? Dijo! Yeah, no worries. Okay. Just send me a text. Yeah, which text have you been getting? Are you getting all the texts or just one of them? Because I use it too. Okay. Good to know. Okay, alright. I'll remember. Okay, that's good to know. Because I sent you one a couple of weeks back, but it was in the old number probably. Yeah, no worries, man. No, seriously. But when are you gonna be in town next? Okay, I can dig it. Maybe because Justin and Jenny are coming too. Maybe we can meet up. Keep or just game, you know. Bring your Switch. Okay. I know, and I have Mario Party All Stars now or Superstars, so we'll definitely have some fun. I don't think we played that. Did we? Maybe I think we did. No, we didn't play. Yeah, we did. You're right. Okay, now I remember. Okay. It was All Stars. It was All Stars. Yeah. Or no, Superstars. Mario Party Superstars. That's what it is. Mario Party Superstars. That's what it is. Are you driving right now? Home in Michigan or okay, got it. Okay. I'm been okay. And how's the work schedule for you? Not too overwhelming? Because you're working like 14-hour shifts, right? 12, 14-hour shifts? But you're making that farm money, so that's good. Going into savings? No, that's smart. I still think it's smart, man. The way you like change your major and like follow your sister's footsteps. Well, let me ask you, because you're driving right now, and I want you to stay focused on the road. Are you gonna do anything later? Maybe we can continue this conversation when you get home, maybe. Or things. Well, right now I'm with a friend. And just talking. Okay. Sounds good. Maybe we can game too. Okay. Stream it on Twitch. We'll stream our Fall Guys duos on Twitch. That'd be pretty funny. Oh yeah, tonight. Wait, what time are you working tomorrow? Okay. I mean, the worst case scenario, would you, if in the mood, would you be able to squeeze in like a 5-minute game? Okay. Then I'll just send you a text, or let me know when you get home. Okay, bye. See ya.
So I gotta ask you, man, it seems like whenever you talk to me, it's about one specific topic all the time. Mental health this, spirituality that, trying to dig into this, trying to figure out that. Yeah, honestly, that's how I feel.
This is naturally.
But like, you just had a whole ass conversation with somebody about a video game. Why can't you just hang out with me and like, why can't we just talk about normal life shit? Why does it gotta be about mental health and all these deep things?
Oh shit, is it deep for you?
It's just like,
I feel like you.
What's the real, like, what are we really even talking about?
What do you
know
mean?
What I mean?
Oh wait, well.
Is it really like anything? Is it really accomplishing anything?
I was highlighting what this living room situation would look like. So you see this? Do you see it's on the screen right here?
Yeah.
Right? So I had, this is like a tarot card right there, right? You can see on the screen?
Okay.
So if someone was, like say a viewer was saying something, I can pull a card for them. Or I could talk with them. And they're not on the screen, I'm not on the screen, but we're just talking.
Okay.
You know, kind of a space like that. So this is what it looks like, a digital space. Where it's just, I just created like a little shrine. I had this idea back in 2017. And even when I worked in Motorola and stuff, like one time I would just leave it streaming and I would just go.
Okay.
And I would stream for hours. I don't know if anyone was watching, but the intention that is a safe space.
Who made it your responsibility to create that safe space?
No, there was no responsibility. It was just just call it like an idea of mine, a passion of mine. I'm honestly, I don't like choose these conversations. I just think of what comes in the moment, Alexa. But do you feel like it's being like?
It's just like not on my radar. Like I don't I have so many other things going on in my life that I don't like, what is the point of me having these conversations with you? Like, you're saying, like, is it an episode to relax for a day or not do something? It's
sorry.
Bro, like...
The reason I asked you that is because I just recently came back from my last, what I call episode of, like, overwhelm, let's say. We'll call it overwhelm. We're going to call it episode, just call it overwhelm.
Okay.
Alright? And for me, that overwhelm is a failure.
Okay.
Of me managing my
But how could you have failure if you don't even have any goals? You just pinpointed, you literally just stated.
Not having goals is a failure.
But that's a you problem, homie. If you don't have a vision, if you don't have shit that you want to do, of course you're not going to do it.
Does that make me a failure?
No, it just makes you someone who's not just doing shit.
But that's a person who's like not functional in society. Right?
But you have money, right? You're doing what you need to do. You're taking care of yourself. You're feeding yourself. You're not...
Okay.
Just because you're not participating in what most people are participating in life doesn't mean you're a failure. Like, if you're able to feed yourself, clothe yourself, have a roof over your head, what the fuck more else do you really need? And if you're lazy in that, okay, well, then find other things you want to do and go do them. And I'm sorry if my elevated voice seems like yelling, but
no, you're
that's just kind of like how I emote.
This is a safe space. I put the intention to release whatever.
And I'm a fiery Italian, so it's not going to go away.
I forget you went to Italy because you're Italian?
No, I didn't. I wasn't even intending to go to Italy.
You want to go to India? I know.
I was planning on coming back.
What happened with that?
I didn't make it to India.
Is that another thing in the past, or do you still?
No, I just didn't make it to India, bro.
But you told me before you wanted to go to India and make pots.
Yeah, and that was every intention.
Is it still an intention?
I would love to have the opportunity to just dedicate my life to like one specific art. But that's where the thought process of, I just like to learn. I like to have something that I'm working on constantly.
And you don't mind putting effort to that?
No.
For me, it's the opposite. I hate putting effort.
And that's okay.
Well, let me change that.
Fine.
I hate putting effort in an overwhelmed state.
Okay.
Like right now I could put the effort, but if once I get overwhelmed,
I mean, I guess you just gotta get over that then.
how do you get over that?
You gotta stop allowing the overwhelmness to just be like, okay, well, I'm overwhelmed, so I'm just gonna give up.
Exactly.
Well, you gotta stop doing that then.
How do I stop doing that?
Stop.
How?
You do the opposite of what you're used to doing.
That's really hard.
I don't care.
I know.
Do it.
So was it hard for you?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to understand, like, because here's the way I see you, right?
Okay.
You are in a position I want to be.
Why?
You have a steady job, okay, and you're more independent.
Not really. I have no savings account. I have a shitty credit score. I have no driver's license. And I'm living in someone else's apartment that's on Section 8 for free. How is that anywhere near where you want to be?
The aspect where you're able to hold on a steady job.
But who said I'm able to hold on a steady job? I've only been at this job for like 6 months.
That's more than I have. Well, my last working gig, right? Motorola lasted me about 2.5 years.
Okay.
Okay. And that I was only working part-time there, supposedly. So that's like, what, 20 hours a week? Something? That was my budget.
Usually like 20 to 30 hours.
Yeah. And how many hours do you work?
60.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks. I'm working like 60, maybe 70.
Every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks. So that means every week I'm working part-time.
Okay.
If I want to make full-time hours, I can. But usually during the week, I'll take a day off. But like I said, I'm going to school until 11 o'clock at night. So sometimes I don't feel like carrying that bike up and down 3 flights of stairs to do what I need to do every day. So I just take a day off.
Question comes to me, why do you have to pull your bike up and down the street?
Because I don't have a place. I live on the west side of Chicago, my guy.
Because it's stolen? Is that what you're afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm just smart. Why would I keep a bike outside in the winter? That's kind of stupid, right?
Oh, that's true. In the winter.
Why would I keep a bike outside in any elements?
Would you like some more eggnog?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Alright. Would you like some tea or anything?
No, I'm good, man. Like, just this summer, I had a fucking grown man beat the shit out of me on the green line.
What the hell?
So, I don't know. You gotta stop. The biggest thing, don't compare yourself to other people.
Do you want to share more about that? Or is it like in your past?
There's nothing more to share. Don't compare yourself to other people.
No, I'm talking like how you got beat up on the green line.
There was a guy on the green line. He came up behind me while I was walking off at Harlem. Flopped me in the face. Thought that I was just gonna let him fucking do it. I dropped my bike, ran after his ass. The stairs are there, so we're fighting on the fucking stairs. He's trying to throw me down the stairs. Obviously, he couldn't get thrown off the stairs. So he didn't necessarily beat my ass. I fought that, but...
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah. And I was in jail last winter.
What?
Yeah, for 40 fucking days I was in Cook County.
You're wild, Alexa.
And it's just because I didn't show up to court for one of my DUIs.
Yes, it sucks that they can do that.
Now they can't.
Because it's a felony, right?
No.
It's not?
DUIs are not felonies. It's not a felony.
It's not?
No.
Okay. If you get a certain amount of DUIs, then I guess your license gets suspended.
No, your license gets suspended regardless.
Oh, okay. And how long do you have till you get your license back then?
I can start driving by the end of this winter, and I won't have my driver's license back, but I'm going to get the BAID device installed where you just blow into your car.
Oh.
And then you drive.
What is that?
It's a device that you blow into, like a breathalyzer, that allows you to turn on your car. The car will not turn on unless that breathalyzer shows that you are not above the alcohol limit.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a technology like that?
Yeah, I've had it for a long time, man.
That's fascinating.
Yep. I mean, it's extra money every month, but once I'm driving again, I can make money like no fucking problem.
Tell me, I have a car right now. Like, how do I make money?
That's why I hustle like now.
What if I rent you my car?
The reason I hustle the way I'm hustling right now is because I know if I can beat this shit and be fucking strong in this shit now,
I don't drive.
When I start driving, it's gonna be like a piece of cake. No. I can be a fucking millionaire.
I'm gonna tell you, if you, like, we can like do a business thing right here. I have my car. It's a 1999 Toyota Corolla.
Okay.
It's got awesome gas mileage. This doesn't look like the prettiest thing, but you're used to that. But it's really reliable. But I don't get my investment for it because it just usually sits in the parking lot unless I'm going.
Okay. So do you have a driver's license?
I do.
And so why aren't you driving it then?
Because I'm not in your mindset of hustling because I don't know what to do to make money and do that.
Okay. So what are you proposing?
That you use my car to make money and give me some of it?
I mean, I'm going to have to get a little bit more specific with that. So are you like looking for a monthly payment?
Whatever you would like to contribute, whatever you think is appropriate.
I mean, I'll consider that. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but at the same time, it's kind of like I'm contemplating seeing if anybody's willing to help me take out like a decent sized loan. And then just like all at once buying the car, getting the BAID device installed, maybe taking care of some more of the DUI fees. Like just really just conglomerating that loan into taking care of a lot of different shit. I was already in a position where I was paying money every month for a car.
How much?
Like $500
a month?
A month
For a car?
Yeah. And like, I don't want to pay for a car every month. I'm already going to be paying for the BAID device every month, which is like $200 and something. So if I'm gonna get a car, I want it to be
a month
purchased outright. I don't want to make payments on a car. So if that were an option to purchase it from you,
maybe down the road if I'm not using it, if I decide to. But for the winter, definitely you're gonna need a car.
No, I'm not. I'm not getting a car this winter.
Oh, you're not. Oh, okay.
Nope, it's not in the cards.
If you want to do tell me how would you hustle? Like, what would your hustle be like in the car? Like, is it a cleaning job thing again or something else?
I didn't just do cleanings.
Okay, can you?
Enlightened Home Service is home services, which is why I'm in school for electricity. Like,
Oh, you're like a total handyman?
I'm a total full package, baby. I paint, I fucking drywall, I can do a little bit of plumbing, I'm doing electrical.
I had no clue.
The reason I'm even in school for electrical is because I still have my business. My business has not stopped. I'm just learning. I'm in the learning phase of my business right now.
So do you actually have a business?
Yeah, it's certified, tax ID, everything.
How long has it been operating?
The reason I went to Italy was because I got the PPP loan.
Yeah, you got the. Did you have to pay it back?
No, because I paid out half of it. Like they said you had to. So
that's so bad. I don't know why I didn't take advantage of that.
No.
I could have. I wish you encouraged me to do that. I've had more money saved up. Now, to take my car, I would not. I was only thinking of. I mean, not even like charging you. But maybe it'd be better charging you a weekly thing. But like whatever you make, give me a percentage of that.
That's impossible right now because you would have to be okay with me getting a bait device installed in your car.
Yeah, how hard is it to get a bait device?
You have to bring it to a certified person that can install it, and it has to be certified with the Secretary of State.
Interesting. And how much does that cost?
I think it's around like $300 or something.
Would you be willing to?
I'm gonna fork out the cost I need to do that.
Okay.
But I'm not comfortable paying rent on a car. That does not make any sense to me, especially if I'm already forking out however much money to just pay for the device to drive in the first place.
You have to pay that monthly after installing it.
Yeah.
And can you remove it after installing it?
No. Then I'm basically probably gonna go back to jail.
No, like after
I get my driver's license back, I won't need it.
Like it's saying, if I want to drive it, right? I'm stuck in a shared car situation type of thing.
Right.
So I want to use it to drive home and stuff like that. But when I'm not using it to drive home, you could use it.
That's not gonna make sense.
What do you mean?
That's not gonna make sense. I don't feel like coordinating with another person just so I can get my business done.
Well, you don't live too far away. All you gotta do is to drive to with your electric bike here, and the car is actually parked in Chicago Avenue. It's not too far.
That's not gonna make sense. If you were fully willing to sell me the car outright, because I do DoorDash. When I have a car, I am not making money. When I have a car, that is my second home. I will sit in that car, I will sleep in that car, I will just sit and listen to
You'd rather sleep in the car than because you'd be working all the time.
If I'm hustling my ass off, I will take a rest in my car. Yeah. My car has always been my safe space.
That's so interesting. So you don't think the home living situation is not a safe space, not your own space? Now I'm getting it. That space, you feel like you're couch surfing. It's temporary.
I think you're reading too much into this. Stop trying to draw conclusions about my life based off what I'm saying.
No, I'm not talking about your life.
You're not going to know anything.
In general, that's it.
In general, what?
How we're comparing definitions. When I said that, oh, you're more well off. But you're just no, I'm not. I'm wondering, so what is this? This is where the mental health comes in. Why are we thinking differently on it?
Because you're comparing yourself to me. You don't. When's the last time you spoke to me?
Earlier this year?
Yeah, probably really early. No. No.
Really?
2022.
You serious? So last year, when did you go to? No. That was after you came back.
So you haven't spoken to me in that long, which is fine. I'm not butthurt about it, but you don't know my life. You don't know what I do. You don't know how I am every day.
Wait,
You know
how
what I'm
is
saying?
whatever
Like,
I
there's a lot
say?
of unknowns.
So why
that you can't
is whatever
compare.
I saying offending you? And I
I'm
apologize
not
if it
saying
offends
when did I say you were
you.
offending
Your body
me?
language, your everything is crossed.
I'm sitting this way because my shoulders are hurting, and I have to sit this way so my shoulders don't hurt because both of them are injured right now.
Oh.
So stop reading into shit. If you're gonna do this the whole time I'm here, I'm probably gonna go.
No, not reading. I just wanted to make sure you're comfortable. That's all.
No, that's not all, because you literally just said you were offended based off of my body language, and if you're gonna continue to read into shit, like I'm not gonna spend my time here.
That's interesting.
And then in the future, please don't hit me up.
Interesting. So
that's where I'm at in my life.
Okay. Interesting.
So what I was saying is stop comparing yourself to me, because you don't have enough basis of information to do that.
Interesting. Maybe this is part of my, what do they call it? Like psychosis, not seeing reality as it truly is, just skewed. But I think since the experiences you've had, you've been through jail, been punched through a face by a random person.
What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Just living. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Did you guys eat?
Yeah, would you like some?
What's it in the fridge?
Oh.
It's warm here.
I'm also having like a podcast experience with
What?
With Alexa.
And?
It's interesting, right?
Are you putting on a...
It's streaming on Twitch.
Don't say me.
You're not...
I even told him not to show me, and he's still showing me on the camera.
Wait.
Yeah, I've been on this whole time. You want to talk about people being offended? I could have acted offended, but I didn't.
You should have clarified more details. So it was better, facing
you
that.
should have respected it the first time.
Don't stream her or me.
I'm gonna change the camera.
How are you doing?
Immediately to this way.
Let me hug you.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm kind of sore. I've been working all day. How are you? Oh man.
Nice to see you, really.
Yeah, you too.
I saw you moved nearby.
Yeah, I was right by Sister on Madison.
You should come here.
I don't have time.
Where are
I
you?
work and I go to school.
Oh, you go to school. What do you study?
I'm at Lincoln Tech for the electrical program right now.
That's good.
And then I'm doing hopefully getting into Arizona State University for electrical engineering.
I'm very proud of you.
Are you gonna go to Arizona?
No, online. It's online, bro.
But you have the opportunity to go if you want.
Honestly, probably, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I'm contemplating, because I wanna dedicate my life to education. Even when I'm done with the bachelor's degree, I wanna continue.
That's good.
So, yeah.
Electrical engineering is very good.
I hope I'm good at it. We'll see. I'm gonna give it a shot. That's all I can say.
But you know what Alexa's doing?
Why not? You're smart.
She has her own business. She's doing it so it affects her. Her business, she wants to have that electrical capacity. Electrical engineering capacity. That's not she wants to be electrical engineer capacity.
Well, it's the same business I've had.
Oh, okay. So what it has to do with anything? She's trying to study.
Yeah.
And grow.
Yeah.
And maybe.
But it's not. That's why I'm here. That's why
maybe you should.
I'm telling. Get the feedback from Reina.
But don't say that, because he's got
Alexa.
this thing where he likes to compare.
I'm saying she's more in a better condition than
No,
me.
I'm not. Don't
No,
say that.
She's not. How is she?
Huh?
How is she in better condition?
And she's holding a full-time job. She's able to do everything without.
What can I do hold a job?
I'm saying what I've been capable of so far. That.
You're using excuses again.
And comparing and
Comparing.
just stop doing that shit, man.
Really?
Stop reading into shit.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. And if you want to make it serious, go make it serious about something else.
Can you sit there? I need to see.
Yeah. Of course it.
You want some tea, Alexa?
You know what? Yeah.
What kind
Jerry
of,
just offered, but I think
what kind of tea?
I don't mind. Whatever you
What
got.
kind? Yeah, I have chai tea. I have
You don't want any more
herbal
eggnog, right?
teas.
No more.
I have
Thank you.
chamomile. all kinds of teas. So rubios.
Do you feel like you want to get some caffeine or no caffeine?
Probably low on the caffeine.
low on the caffeine?
Low on
Okay.
caffeine.
You know this young living tea? Make it this. Make this.
I'm living tea?
This is.
Maybe get something that's like
Make this proper. This is good tea. This one.
Okay. Okay.
Just making it.
How about you? What you been up to?
I'm working overwhelmed, very heavy duty. But wow, I'm very glad you're doing it. I wish he did something like that because you guys can do it. You have a mind and do it. Why waste this time on bullshit?
I wonder.
I just get bored.
That's good.
Brenna's the same way. She can't just
That's
stick on
good.
one
You
thing.
use
She's
your brain
constantly.
on, yeah.
She loves to learn. Like she has this like horticulture class or like herbology class,
Horticulture.
whatever herbology class where you can become like a certified herbologist, and she signs up for all these things, but she never does it because she's working and she's like tired. And at the end, she watches Netflix.
Now, would you say that's dysfunctional? Would you say she's having an episode when she does that?
No, I'd say that.
I'd say that's
because
pretty
she's
normal.
functional.
But how? How is that different than? How is that different?
What do you mean? Because
She's
I'm
overwhelmed,
sitting
so
here.
she's overwhelmed when she gets off of work. So she doesn't do those classes because she's overwhelmed. Isn't that the exact same reason why you don't do shit? Is because you're overwhelmed?
Well, no, that's not like the context I was putting on. The context I was
But
putting on
what
is
are you overwhelmed with? That's an issue. You're overwhelmed with guilt. This is what
it's
overwhelms
shame.
you.
It's shame
You
because I
become-
cannot be like
this
that.
is absolutely dysfunctional. This is what they were discussing today.
Are you
should-
serious?
Absolutely. Very profound conversation.
It's probably what's coming.
This is, you cannot operate from the point of guilt because it will put you down. That's it. Especially shame. Shame of what?
Just the way I
Everybody
can
makes
accept myself.
mistakes. And shame of what? You're going to stay in this state or you're going to move on from that and do something.
Marina, you know how it is living with me, right? Why are you defending me?
I'm not defending. Did I defend you?
I didn't pick that up.
This is not how you talk about when I'm actually overwhelmed.
And when you're overwhelmed, you become.
How old are you again, Jerry?
I'm gonna be 35.
I just turned 30 in October. You know,
Did you make the tea?
Tea is boiling. Now you're
No.
pouring.
It's boiled.
some people, they
I'm
just...
putting this in the fridge because it's going to get bad. This is fish.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I put this on the
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have some of that. if you
And I
want.
ate
No,
a
I
lot of
cannot.
food, man. I'm full, so I'm good.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed. Your sub is in Lahore right now.
Okay.
Do you like big mug or smaller mug?
I don't care. You can pick.
Wait, I put that mug there. That's for
Small
her.
mug?
The one that says your name. Because you don't use it. Do you think Kevin has any friends?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that question, to be honest.
But you told me that you say he's functional?
He's more functional now than he was.
Okay. But in
Even if
terms
he has
of...
episodes, like actual episodes, where he goes and does meth for days and then he goes into a deep sleep. That's dysfunctional. That's an episode. When
Well,
he's hearing
that's
fucking
severe
voices that are
dysfunctional.
telling him crazy shit, that's an episode.
That's severe dysfunctionality.
It's
Marina,
not that severe.
let's just ask Marina. Marina, you would say that whatever I do most of the time is functional or dysfunctional?
Today
There's
you
no
were,
black and white in life, man.
today you were functional.
So this whole week, how functional was I?
What is this? You have functional today. He cleans the floors.
Today.
Yeah,
but does it make up for what happened?
But let me buffer here. Does he pay his rent?
No. He can't. He's not working.
So you don't have money.
He doesn't have money.
So why'd you tell me you had money? And how the hell did you get to Pakistan really then?
Well, I told you that already.
So you're able to pull money out of your ass to go
No.
to Pakistan, but you can't pull money out of your ass to pay rent?
No, it's savings, and I've paid rent, just not past couple of months.
Really?
So
Past couple
you
months.
see how?
Be sincere.
When the last time?
Could you just be sincere?
Because I
Nobody's
literally I
judging
see
you.
right through bullshit, my guy, and I just saw through all your shit. So
What?
I don't need to repeat what I just said. You know what I just said.
What she's saying is, you're acting. You have to work, basically. What she's saying.
And obviously, if you're gonna lie about basic shit like that, then you.
I'm not lying. What did I lie about?
I'm not gonna repeat myself.
I like.
Wait, no, seriously.
No, okay.
This is how I'm dysfunctional,
it's
because
okay.
I don't pick up the cues.
Nobody's
I don't know what's
trying
going on.
to put you down here. Just understand that you're lying to yourself. That's why you're covering this guilt by lying.
Eh?
Yeah.
What am I lying about?
But you have money. Do you have money, Jerry? If you have money, I don't know.
Savings?
If you have money, why don't you pay rent? You told Alexa you have money. Right?
Well, I had money to go to Pakistan. That's what I said.
So he did actually have
Do
money.
you know
to
how
go to
much you
Pakistan.
paid
How
for
much?
Pakistan? How much you paid?
And did he actually Did he actually pay for it himself?
He said he paid. I don't know.
Yeah, 1,200 probably.
No, it was around
1,200. Yeah, what?
Around
You went to
2,000.
Pakistan for $1,200?
He basically paid $2,000 for the.
That sounds about right.
Hmm.
He bought last minute.
Well, this time was last minute.
Definitely
You're right.
want to, yeah.
Actually, no, probably 2,300 then.
This is good tea. I like it.
Yeah, it's young living tea.
Yeah,
Mine has
what is it?
All
Young
sorts of
living, I can
teas.
give it to you. It has little bit caffeine, but not much.
I like it. It's very I like the smell of it. It's really nice.
Ready? You have an assortment of all sorts of teas. You can just give some to Alexa.
I can give it this to her. It's good tea. But
This is the newest
oh,
one. You've
the
been
other
talking
ones
about the other ones.
are herbal teas. I don't know if you want.
No, I mean, if you feel like gifting me this tea, that would be
Yeah, I'll give you now.
See, what I love about Marina is she's the type of kindness that she gives you the latest and greatest. Like the best thing she has right now, she's just like, oh, why don't you try some of this?
Cool.
Doesn't matter how expensive it is.
Yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, I think I should start drinking tea more.
Yeah, tea is good. You can drink like warm water. In China, they drink all day long.
How weird.
It
Man.
detoxifies everything.
So
Good for weight loss. I drink tea.
I used to drink a lot of tea. I don't drink a lot of tea.
Alexa, are you content with your weight?
Am I content with my weight?
or body image?
Yeah,
body
man,
image.
I
body
totally
image,
am.
Right? Okay.
I really 100% am.
That's
Like
good.
I like that I'm chunky, but like you see this, you're like, oh, she's probably fat.
No,
No,
you're-
this is muscle, guy.
That's what I'm saying. No, you're like you're built. I'm telling you, you're like a
Real.
little
Sleeper
muscle
build
ball.
right there.
That's how you,
what's-
like a muscle ball rolling around. You know? That's how I see you.
I'm a little ninja turtle.
So can you tell me like what keeps you not worried about? Because most women are afraid, like constantly.
What is this guy, bro?
This is how I talk. I talk like
Change the
this.
topic.
I literally just yelled at him about this shit too. I'm like, why is it whenever I see you, all you want to talk about is all this like deep, like emotional.
This is
mental,
what I talk with
like-
Marina about. Ask her.
What?
When I ask you questions that you like acting
I'm
Why?
tired of this. He doesn't have anybody to talk about this. I gotta get the casual strangers to talk about it.
Well, this is what I did with Kevin, because Kevin used to do the same thing. He would he would just start talking about his emotional health, and we would start getting these deep conversations. I'm like,
oh,
bro.
interesting.
I don't want to keep focusing on this type of stuff. Like my friendships, I want my friendships to be good times. I don't want it to be that you're like my therapist or we're going into these deep dark things. Like I want my friendships to just be like normal friendship. Like we're having a good
Tell me what's a
time.
normal
And then we
It's
friendship.
like
stop.
pouring from empty to void.
Are you
This
kidding
is what
me?
you're doing.
What?
The constant pouring empty from void.
What does that
blah,
even
blah,
mean?
blah, blah. Is not going to bring
Okay, so tell me.
any result.
I want all
Can
three
we
of
just
us.
have fun?
I want all three of us to have fun.
we're
What is-
listening
what
to
is
Just
it?
some
have
music or,
fun.
like,
Yeah, seize the moment, you know.
I told you I like to laugh a lot, but like, man, you ain't giving me a
Carpe
whole lot of shit to laugh
diem.
about.
Carpe diem, my friend. Hey.
Carpe diem.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean,
Marina,
shit, I just worked all day, man. I'm not trying to have all these deep
Okay, I
conversations.
see what you mean. I see what you mean. You're just also like a
I can, because I've been
small
living with the same
state
shit in my
of
house.
overwhelm. You know what I mean?
Like,
I get you.
But
ah.
I got that shit tamed, man. I got that shit tamed.
My
over
reaction
there.
is go away.
For real. I've got him tamed though. He knows what's up now. He's gotten way too much of my fiery Italian ass telling me, you better stop.
I'm pretty good at that.
You better be grateful for Maria. Because, man, I've gotten a taste of what she has to deal with when I deal with Kevin, man. So, you better be grateful for her.
So you should watch
Go ahead,
this
blip it.
the young Sheldon, because every time he sees the logical argument, he agrees with it and never repeats. Can you learn?
Well, it just thinks. It's just
This
thinking
is-
differently.
No. He's just smart.
Just thinking differently.
But, yeah, man, I actually had some crazy stuff happen to me recently.
What happened?
Okay, so I've been in school since March.
Yeah.
Last March, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing great. Getting like 90% and up in most of my classes. I think there was like one where I got like a 75 or something like that, but I wasn't really trying. Everything was going good, whatever. And this course came up, and I was like, I had a assignment on my screen, and then I had my phone in my hand. And the teacher walks by, and he just says, "Stop, Alexa." And I was like, stop what? Like, I in my head, I wasn't doing anything. Like, I just had the assignment open. I had my phone. Like, my phone was blank, basically. It didn't have anything on it. So I go up to the teacher. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what are you telling me to stop? He's like, I saw you on your phone. You were cheating.
Oh, gee.
So I was like, I wasn't. Like, I literally didn't even have my phone on. He's like, don't lie to me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to leave it. So I go to the education supervisor, and I basically outed myself, because there were situations where if there was a quiz, you could, after you take the quiz, there would be another page that would pop up that would tell you all the answers that you had correct
Too loud?
and incorrect. So since that page was generated, I would take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a screen that's being generated like for the student. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
going online and searching answers and that type of shit. So basically, I outed myself to the education supervisor, not saying I did anything like that, but I was like, hey, like if someone were to be doing something like that, is that counted as cheating? He flat out to my face said, no, that's not cheating. And I'm like, can I get suspended for something like this? He's like, no, like as long as you're not sharing it on social media or like doing stuff like that, it's okay. Like you could take a picture of that screen. I'm like, okay, cool. The weekend goes by, I come into class. The other education supervisor comes to me, she's like, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean what happened? She's like, well, I heard this and this and this, and the teacher was saying you were cheating and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? So I basically was doing the right thing by just clarifying and asking a question to this education supervisor. I gave them the full story. I basically told them like any cheating that I had done, I basically told them. I told them like, I'm taking a picture of this screen. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And because I told them that, they suspended me
Damn.
for 5 days. I was getting a 96% in that class. Missing those 5 days dropped me down to, I think it was like a 60%, because I missed for attendance and the assignments.
What class is that?
It was electrical controls. It was one of the classes at the school. But the even more crazy thing is, the 5 days that I was absent put me at a total of 14 days absent. And if you have a total of 14 days absent, you get withdrawn from the program.
Oh.
Automatically. It's a corporate policy. They just automatically withdraw you from the program.
What kind of program is it?
Can't you, like,
it's
appeal
a
this?
program.
It's a trade school.
Trade school.
There has to be some legal system where you can just be like, no, I don't agree.
The crazy thing is the dean, so I got the email saying I was withdrawn. Literally the next day the dean was like, he called me, he's like, I was like, oh, you're just calling me to tell me about the withdrawal, right? He's like, no. He's like, I actually want you to come back. He's like, I'm asking if you want to come back to the school.
There you go. That's divine friendship right there.
Because he's like, we like you do really well, like everyone likes you, like, you know, all this stuff. But it was just the craziest thing, like that. And like these education supervisors, like I've hung out with them, like I've gone to family functions with them, like, and then they just kind of backstab me in a way, you know what I mean?
It's probably the policies they have, but it's different in college and school and universities. It's totally different. They have a different policy probably in trade schools because it's free, right?
No.
No?
I'm paying 30, and this is another thing.
What?
I was about to pay $39,000 for an associate's degree.
Are you serious? Why would you pay that?
Exactly. That's why I'm transferring schools.
No
For
way.
a bachelor's degree.
No, this is bullshit.
Electrical engineering is not easy.
I honestly just joined the school because, like, at the time I was like, I just wanted to get into
Nothing is easy,
This is
Jerry.
kind of what I was thinking about doing, like with the wheel.
Very interesting. Electrical engineering is interesting.
It's really cool stuff. Like, it's physics, everyone's like, oh, it's math, but it's like also physics. Physics is,
Physics
I like
and
to
math.
work more with my hands, like so it has to be like actual like.
but you deal with physics every day.
Yeah.
Like, everything you do is physics.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
It's cool stuff.
why was it so expensive? Why it was so cheap? So you can do bachelor's in where?
I'm gonna do it at Arizona State on their online program.
Online?
And I'm gonna get the electrical engineering.
Will you be
bachelor's.
motivated to do online?
Yeah.
On your own?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I mean, I've been showing up every day basically to class, and I've been going to class from 6 to 11.
Do they require everyday attendance online?
No.
No.
No, it's basically the teacher will post like a lecture of some kind,
Yeah.
and then you can go through the lecture, and then I'm sure they have like assignments and tests
Yeah,
and stuff.
some exams, yeah. I did some online class, so I didn't like it.
Yeah, my plan is that basically all the time I've been dedicating like the 6 to 11 schedule, I'm just gonna dedicate that online.
That's good. You work and study. Wow.
Okay.
Very good.
Compare.
I'm not going to compare.
This is what my father does. This is why I got it. My father always compared.
Okay.
Why would I compare?
My father always compared and said, "These are your cousins.
You can do too.
Why can't you be like them?
Anybody wants to do something will do.
Don't you like computers and shit? Don't you like software stuff?
I get into a state where I lose all interest in anything,
But I don't understand
and
what
I
that
have
means.
no, and I have no like
Is that
will
your
left.
normal state?
that state, like continues.
Then it's
Makes
not a
no
state.
sense.
If a state is continuing, it's not a state.
What is it then?
Character.
You're normal.
That can be my character.
Yeah, it is. If it's your everyday, that's you.
I can't accept that.
No, sorry.
That's not me every day,
That's
right?
gonna be the main reason why you have difficulties in life, because acceptance is the first way you gotta go.
Honestly, laziness.
Laziness people put as depression too. There's a difference.
You're trying to again justify it. Can you be a little bit hard on yourself when you are?
You do that?
Hear what?
Say it. Say it
Can you
again.
be a little bit hard on yourself?
Like how hard do I need to be on
A
myself?
little bit, more than you You have nothing, like 0% right now. Can you take like at least 20%? Like, okay, minus even. But we are in minuses, not even in pluses. Not even
in
zero.
what context are you saying right
You're
now?
extremely comfortable. You want to be comfortable all the time.
And if you want to do that, I'm going to be 100% real with you, because I'm really not anything but real with people. I have been setting intentions for myself to cut people out of my life that are not on the same frequency as me. So, like, if this is where you lie, I'm going to have to cut you out. As in, like, you're going to text me or call me, and I'm not going to be answering the phone.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to be surrounding myself with people that are just going to be in that constant state of whatever you're in.
But you don't.
And if you want to be comfortable, if you want to, it's my boundary.
You don't need to cut people off.
And if you want to be comfortable all the time, admit yourself into a long-term health facility then, into a group home.
So you're saying it's not possible to be comfortable all the time?
No, shouldn't be.
So now
It's
it's
absolutely
the opposite
impossible.
of what Larry's saying. It's a
Who's
choice.
Larry?
Okay, okay then.
Who's Larry?
Okay, let's talk about Larry's context. You're talking about Larry, but you're probably not going into the context. What's the context he's saying?
He said, can you be happy all the time? Why not?
Yeah.
I'm happy now.
Happy.
I have bad
Happy,
moments.
happy is
I've had
different than
moments.
comfortable.
Who says happy is comfortable?
Right. What is that? Oh, how does that have to do with comfortability?
You can be comfortable.
You're confusing.
I'm happy and I'm uncomfortable most of the time of my life.
Happiness is a state of mind that you choose.
So this is a different association we're talking about. For me, happy and uncomfortable doesn't really match.
But you are matching it.
Uncomfortable.
In your context, the way you just understood that, you literally just equated comfortability to happiness.
Which is not.
No,
But it's not the reality of it.
uncomfortability and happiness, they don't match.
Okay, that makes more sense. That's more equated to what you just said, yeah.
That's what I said.
Uncomfortability in certain areas.
How can someone be happy if they're uncomfortable?
Okay, let me explain. You can be uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable doing some certain tasks, right, at my work. But it doesn't mean that I'm not happy.
And what is
Overall.
this fascination with happiness? Most people aren't even happy,
But
dude.
we were not just talking about the we're
Happiness
talking
is more about
comfortable.
harmony.
For me, it is stability.
Harmony.
Well, Brenda, would you say I'm stable?
No.
What, are you asking me the same
No.
question?
Yeah.
I don't know you well enough to answer that question. I don't see you on a day-to-day.
From what you've seen from me before, was I stable?
Oh no, nothing changed. So she doesn't know. She doesn't live with you.
And honestly, I don't want to dive into that.
Okay.
It's
No, I don't mind these kind of questions because I'm for self-observation only. So for
Okay,
me, it's self-feedback. That's it.
Let me
It seems like maybe you should look into like long-term help, because it seems like you constantly need.
I do need care.
You constantly need like that one-on-one experience that like no human being is gonna be able to give you.
Are you kidding me? This is what I get from Pierce Hub.
You're literally sitting there talking like that to him every day.
No, he's not.
That's what I'm saying.
His imagination. You are imagining this.
I'm in my imagination.
And don't feel
a lot.
bad, because like I say the same thing to
But you're
Kevin, bro.
it's
Like,
delusional.
I'm in my imagination a lot.
Okay, it's
Okay.
delusional. You see,
it's psychosis.
it's delusional. You cannot rely on that. It's a human being.
Right. He is a person.
Just a man. Just a man. His mistakes.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, but
He runs a full-fledged business if you think about it.
yes,
He's a businessman.
He's a businessman. You're right.
Is there anything wrong with that?
No.
Yes, it is.
Because the money's being put
Spirituality. No. Nobody got
Sadhguru?
spirituality. Fuck Sadhguru. Am I following Sadhguru?
You're saying
What Sufism talks about in terms of spirituality, you can't be a business person and be that kind of spiritual. you can be spiritual and be a business person, because to me, spirituality is utilizing everything you have.
But not
to
charging?
me, that's what spirituality
But not
is.
making money out of it?
No.
Did you even hear what I said? I said spirituality to me is utilizing everything that I have available to me. It's seeing the potential in every single object and utilizing it to its fullest potential. That's spirituality to me. But spirituality to a Sufi is, I don't even think about
what
the
you
world.
just said there, I define it as an opportunistic individual.
Okay.
You're more of an opportunistic individual. You're not
But
a
to me, it's
pessimist,
spirituality.
or and that's totally fine. You're not a pessimist. You're not an optimist. You're an opportunist. It's just a label.
Essentially, my point is spirituality is subjective.
It is, of course. This entire conversation is
So,
subjective.
like, everything you choose to follow is because you're subjectively choosing to follow it that way.
Of course. What are you highlighting here, though? What's the purpose of it?
He's a man. Everything you imagine about him is in your head subjectively.
Pirsab never asks how is he until he speaks. Jerry reminds him of himself, and he thinks that Pirsab loves him so much.
But that's because Moby told you that, isn't it?
Yes.
I've had experiences.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
No, you
It was your imagination.
When you
You didn't
were
have
in
any
UK,
experiences?
when you were in UK singing that song, what was your mind? Were you like delusional then?
She was.
I was singing a fucking song. That was literally the only song that came up in my head.
Wait, you
And
remember that?
remember, Moby is a very
Stop! Do you remember her
extreme
singing?
marketing
But you see the
person.
difference? You
Do
see
you
why I
remember her
don't show up to
singing?
those gatherings anymore? You
Yeah,
see
yeah.
why I
Was
don't
it
participate?
sincere? Was it sincere?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe at that period of time. You know
Did
what?
you
I
benefit
will
from her
answer your
singing?
question. I will answer your
What's
question.
that supposed to mean?
At that period of time, yes, I was delusional. But the difference between me then and now is that I realized that I was in delusion. And that's why Moby doesn't want to talk with me anymore.
She
And that's
was
why Asheen doesn't.
fact-minded by Moby.
Yeah.
And
And I
many,
realized it. And then when I
many.
called them out on it, they didn't like it.
many were.
Interesting.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
I know.
Interesting.
No,
It's
okay.
unfolding.
Take it slow. Nobody's trying to push you in and out or whatever. It's just an opinion. But you have to understand, you're mostly delusional about Pirsab. He never asks how you're doing. Voila. That's it. Simple.
And honestly, he said some not so nice things to me.
What did he say to you?
Shit. Fuck, I don't even remember. I literally just have it on the top of my head too. He was like,
You know, I can recall one thing, if I can share.
no, go for it,
Is
because it
when
might be
you're-
what I was thinking
You're
of.
in that house in what is the name? That suburb, Berwyn, right?
Okay.
This is, I kind of remember you were kind of going through like a surgery. No, it was in the middle of COVID, and you were talking to yourself, and it's like he's saying it's not good to go to work.
Yep.
And you were saying that.
And I asked him 3 separate times, are you sure this is what you're suggesting for me?
She took it literally, that's fine.
But I also asked 3 times to make sure and
I was
clarify.
there.
Tell
But
me,
I did ask multiple times.
Yeah, you did. I was
Tell me,
there.
was Pearson communicating to her what you understood what he was saying?
He said he was probably basically saying it's not good to go to work right now. But if he told it to me, I would say, Pearson, what the fuck you saying?
But that's why I clarified. That's
you
why I tried
make
to clarify.
no fucking sense because I have to work. Are you going to provide me? No, I have to work. But he was telling her, sitting there, he doesn't work, he's provided for everything. It's not good. Or Jerry, come to Pakistan. Come to London too. Come to whatever too. Come to South Africa too. Yeah. Easy to say.
There was other stuff too. I just can't fucking remember. But
But-
nonetheless,
But this is not. This you have to understand one important thing.
Oh, I remember one thing. I'm really sorry. I like something, and you're like, "Here's up," because you were at Molly, because you love to learn stuff, right? And during the whole COVID session, you were like researching all these different herbs and remedies and stuff, and you were excited.
right?
And you asked yourself this, "Here's up, you know the benefits of halim wheat, or something like that."
Halim is a food,
I
is
don't
a
think it was
dish.
Salim.
She was
Or
talking
something.
about.
Was it the black seed?
No.
Kanji? No, I think it was halim wheat or something.
No. Sumak.
Sumak?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Berberry.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah, I have sumak.
Alright, I'm glad you guys.
No, then what was his reaction?
I don't know.
I don't think he even paid attention to me, bro.
He's
For real.
I think
he paid attention to my
No,
eyes.
and that's the funny thing,
Maybe
right?
he just straight up ignored my
No. For me, this whole experience is like a school of metaphysics thing. It's all applied. Meaning you can say whatever you want there, but there's an energy being exchanged.
What energy?
No, there's not.
What fucking energy?
So it's not people put so much
I'm so
emphasis
grateful that I fucking
into
figured it out.
understanding
What
they were
fucking
trying to
energy
say.
is exchanged?
How are you gonna monitor the energy?
Can you please tell?
You know why? You want to know really why you're in a different position in life than most people? Because you're literally stuck in delusion. You have to smack yourself into reality.
He's the one
Really?
who told me I need to get a job
I don't care what he told you.
for my next
I'm telling
spiritual
you.
thing.
Everybody
Get
tells
into
you you have
reality.
to get a job. It's common sense.
Do me a favor. Ask him what is reality, like actual reality. Ask him that question next time you talk to him.
He will not understand this question. He's a kicker.
No, he responds to me differently.
Oh yeah.
He responds to everyone else differently. And that's
Oh,
why I
yeah,
had different
That's
experiences.
completely delusional.
But then you're saying delusional.
You know what he said?
But this is subjective,
You know
so
what I don't
okay.
like?
how are you gonna compare it?
You know what he did? in
My
London?
point still stands.
You know what he did in London? He said in front of everybody, it doesn't matter, but he said he is mentally ill. And he concluded for himself that he is mentally ill, he's dysfunctional. But after that, he stopped trying even more. I was like, what the fuck?
So he just made a decision that day and then was like, okay, whatever. So you.
Pirsab said he's mentally ill.
Oh, Pirsab said he was.
Pirsab said, and he
In a context.
he acted upon that in his mind.
So Pirsab actually told you.
What
that
was the
you're
context?
He
delusional.
put a stamp.
Stop. What was the context he said I was mentally ill? Because you were talking to him, right?
Yeah.
You were asking him what?
Will Jerry ever change or something like that? And he said, no, he's mentally ill.
Okay.
Nice.
So let's
So
look at
there is
that
no
context.
potential, there is just a stamp, stamped by Pirsab that you are mentally ill.
No, what was the context?
I
You were
don't-
asking me
I don't remember
about
the
me
context.
changing
Do you
or whatever.
remember?
Well, I'm just letting you know
Do
what
you
you're saying
remember
right
the
now.
It doesn't matter, it was irrelevant. Context is irrelevant.
Well, probably
The-
about
the
the job, probably
comment-
about the functionality.
But why are you now trying to backtrack when you literally just like defended your delusion?
You just told me I'm delusional.
And
but
you
I'm trying
just
to
defended
get.
that. You
I'm trying to
literally
get
just said,
reality.
yeah, I am. It's subjective. And now she's telling you about this mental illness situation. I apologize, my conversation skills are failing right now. But she just said that, and now you're trying to backtrack and say, well, no, it was context. It's like in one way you're accepting that you're delusional and embracing
No,
it.
No, it was
I'm
like,
not-
I'm
the
not
other way
saying-
you're trying
It was
to-
after
you're
that
in
he
the wrong
stopped,
context. The context I'm asking is what you were asking about to him. About asking, is he going to change?
Do you remember? I
That part.
don't remember that.
I think it's just like, am I going to be functional?
Yes,
That's
this is
what
what
it
I said.
Yeah.
He said,
Is he going to get a job? Is he going to get a house? Is he going to want to do other things? Or just want to be a fakir? I think this is what the context
and
was.
as much as I told Pirsab, every time you say something to Jerry, this is very important that you say something before you think, before you say think, because he takes it literally, everything. And he said that to him. I was like, fuck me.
But like, if Jerry actually heard it the way he needed to hear it, like maybe he would get the help he needed.
He would get challenged. He would get it as a challenging aspect for him.
Like if anybody walked up to me and said, "Hey, I think you might be mentally ill," I would be curious about that. I would be like, "Okay, but why are you saying that to me?" And then if they gave me like solid facts and reasons on why they thought I was mentally ill, I'd probably agree with them if they were facts, like real shit.
No mental.
So here's the thing. Can you be mentally ill and functional?
Yes.
Yeah. I work in a huge warehouse filled with
So are you
completely mentally ill
so are
people.
you like taking on the label of being mentally ill?
I just said I work with a bunch of people in a warehouse. How does that equate to me saying I'm mentally ill?
Oh, okay.
And what is mental illness?
Yeah, what is it?
What is it specifically?
How would you define it?
You don't define it, man. There's always potential to shift.
I define mental illness, to be honest, like schizophrenia to me is definitely a mental illness. I think chemical depression is definitely an illness that is in the mind.
Okay.
I don't know about borderline personality disorder. I don't necessarily think that's a mental illness. I think that's a trauma response a lot of the time. PTSD is a trauma response, which eventually can lead into mental illness if it's not taken care
Like
of properly.
symptoms, right?
Well, like if you're borderline personality or whatever, and you go through your entire life and you're using a shit ton of drugs, eventually you might become a schizophrenic.
Yeah.
That's true.
When brain is already inflamed, that's physically inflamed, and there's not much.
At the end of the day, it's really going to come down to, bro, like, everybody has to hit a rock bottom.
Interesting.
Anybody that changes their life has a reason to change. So if you don't have a reason to change right now, then of course you're not going to do anything.
So,
oh shit.
you know, Ashin got married, right? And then divorced.
Oh shit. Sorry, I don't want to lie. So she got divorced.
Okay, stop.
I don't hate her.
Stop.
I just think it's funny that for a really long period of time she's like, I'm never gonna get married, and then she got married.
Okay. Rather than I'm trying to direct the conversation. When Alexa sang, you enjoyed it,
Why
right?
are we talking about Ashin?
I'm just saying it. The people in that room may not be getting along all the time.
I'll get
right?
back to this. She got married by arranged marriage online.
No.
Who arranged it?
There's a rule, not rule, a custom that you approach a guy online or something and introduce yourself and send your resume or something to him. I'm serious.
Okay.
I'm serious.
I know. I just don't.
And she got a she made a big secret because Pesach said if you tell it to anybody, you will jinx it. So okay, fine. She got married with this guy, and when she left to Arizona, he lives in Arizona, and they were all saying, oh, he's a banker, meaning he has the money. Okay. So after 4 months, she came back because apparently he was controlling her, and her two brothers went and decided that she has to quit that relationship.
Quit the job because she did a resume for it. So
yeah, exactly. She quit the job. She came back. Yeah, she is not well because she was always losing weight, remember? Mm-hmm. She gained more weight. I don't think she's psychologically well-rounded.
I agree.
Lately. Because she was paranoid about getting married. If she was telling you she will never get married, that's not true. She was literally obsessed to get married. She wanted to get married very much.
I'm just glad that I trust my instincts.
Because her first marriage didn't work out, and she was very...
So she was married before?
Yeah, she didn't know.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it was a divorce again. Can you stop that shit? This is annoying.
No, it's in the background.
No, can you not do that to me?
Is it bothering you?
This is cacophony, please.
Is it cacophony?
Yeah, cacophony.
This is a jam session I had.
No, okay, it wasn't just jam session.
No, actually this year. You liked it the first time you saw it. How can
only
you like
one
it
time.
now? How can you like something one time? And
Because
not
I was
again?
listening from the point of view that it was a jam session.
So now it just sounds...
Just to listen on the background is not possible.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you recommend to play right now?
Can
if you want
I
music?
play some music?
Yeah. On the background that is like acceptable for this conversation.
Okay.
Okay, what is your...
Can you not play music?
Can I...
I mean, you want to do it on your phone? Is that what you're saying? Or you want
Do
to
you have like a speaker or like? Can
Well, no,
I
could search on YouTube if you have an idea. Song request. And it's just something.
Let's play some hardcore rap. No, I'm just kidding.
Because just to like make the environment more fun. I'm learning that.
Yeah, let's just keep it real chill.
Because fun is different. Fun is different for everybody. Like fun for you is having like that class. It was very fun for you.
It was extremely profound.
I'm so happy for you right now.
Shut up! You should also.
What kind of class was it?
There's a. Explain to her about Gurdjieff. You know George
It is
Gurdjieff.
ultimate self-observation, man.
It's a good George Gurdjieff.
He's like the coolest other.
It's
Besides you, another Armenian.
very famous mystic.
Okay.
He was Sufi, and then he created his line of teaching based on ancient scrolls, information, all. And very interesting man. And he has work.
Oh, you would love it. It's all about learning, actually.
So basically, it's like total self-observation, remembering, and basically enlightenment, but in more practical way. Not just sitting, hoping that Pirsad gives you some spark of energy.
Well, the Sufi
that's
thing is
that's
that.
what I resonate with.
Well,
that's really why I
it's
left.
not for everyone. It's not for everyone. So the whole Sufism.
It's not for no one, man.
No, the Sufism is people who want to sit there being in love. This is
people
what
like
it
being
is.
in cults.
That's what it is.
We have so many cults. People enjoy cults and culture.
Listen, if you
And
had
there's
a bad
nothing
experience-
wrong with that.
If you had a bad experience, you have to ruin other people's.
But I'm not saying cult in a negative way. So let me just put that out.
Every religion.
Literally, the definition of a cult is a group of people
Yeah.
that have the same mindset,
Well, very
way of doing
passionate.
things,
Yeah.
which is exactly what I'm
But
saying.
cult is usually put in a negative connotation.
But that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm using it in the most literal definition of cult. People like it though, because it gives them a sense of belonging. It
never
gives them a
worked.
community.
It never worked.
It works. And in Jerry's defense, for some people it does. It works for whatever.
He thinks it works.
No, the concept of it
That's
is
why it works,
when you
'cause he
sit
thinks it works.
near, there's a healing in that person. Now, there are people in Pakistan going to healing every day. You think it's just a sham? People getting like
What
Yes!
I just said is,
immunology and
what
stuff
I just
like
said
that?
is people like it because it gives them a sense of
It's when their culture.
No, it is cultural thing
it is.
in Pakistan.
It really is.
I'm not
There are
denying
a
it.
lot
I mean,
of different shakes.
we're just having a conversation here. and
We had this
all
conversation
opinions are,
1,000 times.
all respectable opinions are appreciated and welcome.
But
I have no opinions. I'm just giving you definitions. And I'm
Yeah.
saying that people, in general, for ages now, have enjoyed that sense of culture. Let me put it in the word of culture instead of cult. Because cult is in the word culture.
Okay.
People enjoy it.
anything,
That's why they form societies
any
and
group
governments.
is a
and-
cult. Any custom, any habit is a cult. Comes from the same root.
True. Cultivate is also.
Cult.
So it's okay. If that works for you,
In what sense it works for him?
in our sense, it doesn't.
He goes to England and goes to Pakistan, entertains himself, and comes back.
In our
Okay,
brains, it doesn't
let's
make
just
sense.
say, if I did that, but I also had a house, I also had a job like everyone else, then I would be okay, right?
But I'm
I
saying
don't
in
know.
your defense, I'm defending you at this point.
Okay.
Because for you personally, it works. For Moby personally, it works. For Afshin, it works.
Okay.
For me, it doesn't work. Maybe for Marina, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. That's
That's
the thing.
okay.
Yeah, you're special.
But the
Special?
delusional part, that's something that maybe you want to
You're
check.
more matched with Gurdjieff. Maybe.
Who?
No, I'm a realistic person, man.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
You want to do more practical
I just
things in that
see
sense.
through the bullshit easily. That's it.
Well, a big thing is you don't understand Urdu, so you don't
And it's a hard
understand.
path.
They're speaking high level stuff. You look at the translations.
In your
It is
dreams,
nothing I've seen
in your
anyone ever
dreams,
say.
they speak high level stuff. They all speak about politics. This Shaji Iqtidar comes on and
It is amazing impressions, I'll tell you. The best impression she does. Wait, Alexa, I've said before that you should do stand up.
I should do stand-up?
Yeah.
Okay.
You already got the persona for it.
You too. You have the persona for stand-up too. You're silly.
Were we supposed to do a duet sometime?
I don't know.
You know what Alexa's driving right now?
No.
An electric bike.
Good.
Yeah, goes like 30 miles per hour.
It's not cold on the bike.
I am, but that's all I got right now.
And she's offering to buy my car. If she wants.
In like 3 or 4 months, I'll be back.
And why?
Because he was offering to rent it to
You
me.
don't need the car?
Huh?
You don't need the car?
It's not that.
Then?
I'm just telling you that the car is valuable. That's all I'm just saying.
Oh, this is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm highlighting it. Yeah, it's a context.
Holy fuck.
But let me say, the path of seeing through bullshit and being real in this world is very hard.
What would you say is the path to falling in love?
I don't know.
Do you think love is bullshit?
Well, no, it's not. That you're delusional in this case.
I think, yeah, in
What do you mean? What are you typing delusional? Is love delusional?
You are totally delusional.
In the context
you are
you're
not
talking
in
about?
love with
Yeah,
yourself. You.
I'm not saying I'm in love with
You
anybody.
are listening to
All I just said
Moby.
love. Is love delusional?
All you're doing, Jerry, you're easily influenceable because you are not harmonized with your centers from Bourdieu's placement of.
Okay,
So
then
you are
can
easily
analyze the
hypnotized.
emotions.
Moby hypnotized you it's very easy. Anybody can hypnotize you. Tomorrow some idiot comes, he will hypnotize you too.
And bro, I tell you, it's a very awesome lesson when you realize your own strength and your own individuality. Like, it's amazing. You can walk through any situation and you know you're okay.
But I'll tell you about yourself. He has very high charisma. He has a legacy of his father. And that part of Pakistan which lives there has nobody else to follow Pirsa. It's good for them. But how is it good for you? And all these leaders in his followers, they just market to gain money from foreigners. That's it. That's the agenda.
Interesting.
And I'm really grateful that that's actually like a conclusion that other people have drawn, because when I drew that conclusion after like contemplating, you know, I did hear what other people were saying a little bit, and I was like, is it like, am I delusional by thinking this way? But like, I'm glad that it's not. Like, it is actually the way it is. And it sucks to accept it, but like, genuinely, that is what it is.
You are not delusional.
And it's hard. It's a hard reality. Because I threw myself into that group. Like,
I just sweet talk you in the beginning. And
Okay, since you said it,
I did a lot of work.
because
for them.
you said you called Moby on.
Yeah,
like,
you did a lot of work.
That is why you got like kicked out or something.
Huh? What?
You were saying that you called them out on their bullshit. Like you were getting hypnotized by.
I didn't get kicked out because I showed up back to those gatherings last year.
So
They can't kick me out.
No, it's always, the door's always open.
Right.
So what is it then? It's just like.
I show up because I don't burn bridges.
Okay.
I might not agree with their way of thinking and the way that they do things, but I'm not gonna be.
That's good.
I'm not gonna be disrespectful or. Like, I showed up and I gave them a whole bag of rice. Most of that biryani you were eating for those last months was the rice that I gave them.
When?
Last summer. Not this last summer, but the summer before.
Oh boy.
I hope I get accepted into this school.
Which school?
Arizona State.
I think you
Why
deserve
not?
it. You showed your.
Why
aptitude.
shouldn't you be accepted?
There's really like no reason why not. Like, all my scores are good, my financial aid's
Who is
good.
looking at the score? Are they looking at which test?
I have a GED, so they look at the GED transcript.
See, why don't I think like that? I don't think like you. Like, I want to go to school. I want to get this
'Cause you're
degree.
in
I want to
delusion.
get this kind of title to do something.
Because
And
you're
I'm
in
just like,
delusion half the time.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
Astral.
It's hard to accept that you're in delusion when you're in delusion.
That makes no sense to me.
Because you're in delusion.
But why would that keep me from trying to do
Because you have to
something?
work to get yourself out of delusion.
He has fear
What?
of working.
Reality is not a fun thing to accept. It really isn't.
Well, because I've always highlights hard work.
So what are you doing? if he highlights hard work, what are you doing?
It's a paradox, right? If you're following Pure Sab and in love with Pure Sab and he emphasizes hard work, can you shut this down?
Right, wasn't I gonna put something on?
Yeah.
I found music to play.
Okay, what do you want to play? You never told
Can
me.
I type it in?
Huh?
Can I type it in?
I'll just put it if you want to get up.
I mean, I kind of want to get up. Can I type it in?
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Jerry, give me a gift.
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
My legs
Give
and
me
my
first
back.
and the last one.
Why can't you get good here?
Because I don't know which jar it is.
I just wanted the one closer.
Which one?
This one. Well, it's almost done getting it warm. The holiday eggnog.
Put some bourbon in that. That's what I thought it was gonna have. I was like, Jerry doesn't drink.
Yeah, I have cognac.
For real?
Yeah. Nobody drinks here.
Honestly, I'm good. I don't even drink. I don't like drinking really. But that would be perfect in some eggnog, though. Ugh. See, my question is how the fuck do I work so hard? why do I go to work and everyone else around me is distracted and I literally like get shit done like that? That's my question.
Probably it's in your blood.
Could be. I do have some really hardworking people in my family. Yeah, people at work are like this guy at work who's like, so do you like what you're doing? Do you like your job? And every time someone asks me that question, I'm like, I don't pay attention to whether or not I like the job.
Wow.
I see what needs to be done. And I just want to do it.
That's excellent. Wow. Do you know?
What?
She doesn't question. She likes the job or not. She just does it.
That's a different mentality.
This is wonderful.
Honestly, it's a blessing to be able to work.
See, the difference between Alexa and me, I would say, is just she doesn't mind the work. She just wants to do the work. And she can do the work.
Because it's more fun than not.
It's just like you don't want to ask anything else. It's just like, what's the work? I can do it. Fine. I'll make money. Fine.
And people are what make things complicated.
And your mentality is kind of like, I'm not going to be in this work forever. I can go to whatever work I want. Whereas me, it's like, I like to stay in this place, and if I'm going to work there, I want to build it.
Build
That's
what
me.
though?
Like a family.
Family at work?
I want to have security. I
No!
want to just jump around.
Wrong mentality.
Exactly, see?
And that's why That's why half the job environments that you're in these days is like toxic because people have the wrong thought process when it comes to work.
Yeah, and they kick you out. What family, Jerry? If there's downsize you, what family? They don't care.
No, what really gets me is people are very complicated and things are simple. Like doing things is very simple, like straightforward, and so like I kind
You
of
should be in
find
Gurjeev group.
That makes no sense to me. Doing things is simple.
to me it's just simpler to just because it's just like it's concrete. It's like the only concrete thing in life is just what's there.
There is more, but concrete is physical and it needs to be grasped. which you already have. But Jerry, can you not be delusional?
So are you on any medication? Have you seen a therapist recently? Have you done
I
anything?
see therapy. I do talk therapy.
And does that benefit you? What does your therapist say?
This is therapy right now.
He sees therapy every 7 years. I know him.
I have my, what is it? I used to have like weekly OMT appointments.
What's on? Wait, what's that?
It's like covers my insurance. It's like a manipulation, kind of like a chiropractor.
Okay.
But they're also considered to be like doctors. Like, and in this kind of treatment, it's just you talk to. You know what I mean? It's like relaxation.
He takes the opportunity to go to talk to strangers.
No, this time I'm doing it so I stay functional because I don't want to go out and even talk to people.
Okay.
You see, there's like a disconnect there.
Are you seeing a psychiatrist?
I have a psychiatrist. But I'm not taking any medication. I don't want to take medication.
Why?
I just don't want to get the side effects because I had a really bad experience taking medication the first time.
What was the experience?
But
I felt a deep depression.
side effect of a
And that's the concept.
inflammation of the brain can outweigh the side effect of the medication. Did you ever consider that?
Well, yeah, there's always a risk of that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, with medication, you have to like go through a trial and error process. of trying
Yeah,
different
I've heard people go
medications.
through years of trial and error. I'm just saying,
It's worth it.
but I don't see myself stable during those years. Then.
It's
When I
not
say stability,
necessarily
it's not
going
just
to-
like,
It's not necessarily going to be your case. Why do you think like what other people did?
just what it is.
It's not always the case.
Hmm.
Because you are very sensitive to medicine, little tweak may help you. It's my opinion.
I don't know.
Well, at the end of the day, you have to recognize one thing: you are okay, and like you're
Do
right.
you want chocolate?
Sure.
And
No, no, I'm giving you this.
she wants chocolate.
Yes,
Okay.
whatever's there.
Here, from this box.
Oh, those are little candies from Pakistan.
Yep.
Thanks.
Here, you hold it.
Oh.
Here, there's chocolate here.
Right, put it here.
Yeah.
You want more tea?
Grab it.
Sure, I'll have another glass of tea.
That's healthy.
This
Should
is
I
nice.
add all this or
Oh yeah, we can just add some water in there. That's fine.
Hot water, hot water.
It's nice hanging out, talking.
Do you usually do this after work, or you're just hustling all the time?
No, man, I was just gonna go to sleep.
It just seems like, oh, okay. There you go.
I was gonna watch some YouTube
Also,
videos. And,
peanuts. You hungry? You ate?
yeah.
See, you know, I know that you're just in hospitality mode.
I might have to get some Pokeball again sometime. What are those nuts?
Those are really good. Yeah, peanuts.
I'll take a couple.
Give her a plate.
Oh my
I ate
goodness.
so much
I didn't
already.
eat anything.
Yo, nuts are good though. Nuts are really good.
I don't like peanuts so much.
I like cashews.
I'm more cashews.
Yep.
Cashews
Yeah,
actually
something.
better for you too, I think.
Yep.
You want this?
Yep. No man, I keep it real simple, man. I just grind. I did make a new friend a couple weeks ago though. Met him at the McDonald's by where I live.
Mm.
We've been talking a little bit. Well, thank you for being so hospitable.
It's a habit.
I forgot how good those Pakistani candies are, man.
Yeah, and it's ghee, so it's good for you.
Is ghee?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh.
Ghee,
Is it
Did
sugar?
you eat
jaggery, sesame seeds.
Oh, jaggery?
No, I didn't. It's right here. Yeah,
No sugar.
so it's like good sugar.
I love jaggery. I used to be what I messed with.
Oh yeah. So like when you say like, 'cause you're gonna work tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but at 9:30 or in the afternoon or at night,
Oh, okay.
and it's only for like a few hours.
Wait, 9:30 at night tomorrow?
Yeah.
So the entire day, what do you plan on doing?
Nothing. Chilling.
Oh, I can do
I was
that.
gonna go grocery shopping.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
So tell me your living situation right now.
What do you mean?
Like with Kevin. Like, is he contributing at all, or?
Yeah, I mean we live off of his Section 8 voucher, and he has food stamps. I mean I help with utilities, but
So how long was
He contributes by basically not being functional, I guess.
Oh, so. Okay.
But I will say he's a lot more functional than he was.
So.
He's grown up.
Her friend has a house.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he
It's
contributes.
a big chunk of contribution, man.
You think if I get a house and you get to live in it, that would be a huge contribution?
I will not pay rent.
Of course not.
Of course.
You should.
Yeah.
You should get the Section 8 voucher and put her under your house, man.
Yeah. That's it. That's what
Give
we'll
her
do.
a free place to live. Hell yeah.
It's a huge contribution.
Yeah.
But then you will manipulate me that is your house, Section 8 house.
No.
You think he'll do that?
You do whatever you want in your room, okay? But outside, we're gonna discuss what our arrangements are.
Okay.
What that means?
Huh? Like the furniture and things like that. Just whatever. Actually, I don't care. I'll let you do all that stuff.
Never.
You can do all the furnishing. I don't care.
He decided to do furnishing. It became like it's horrible.
No. This furnishing is a lot of this stuff. Believe it, a lot of this stuff, believe it or not, is actually dumpster dive from around here when he first moved in.
Yeah, but
It's functional. That's it. But it's not the best.
when he decided to do his own
looking
furnishing, can you imagine it became an Indian village here? But this is shit, of course. This is temporary, but I hope it's temporary.
Wait, so you have your own room? Like this? Is this your room?
This is mostly where I sleep, but I like to sleep on the mat now. But this is the only room I like staying in, basically.
Okay.
But you see how it's like
You're like
a
Kevin.
shared space.
You're literally Kevin.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys should.
He's
Y'all are gonna get into trouble.
Call him up. See what he's up to.
I already texted him. He's probably sleeping. He's actually
Okay.
been very good at like maintaining.
he
his stuff.
doesn't work.
Not right now.
He
just
cleans.
had a-
He cooks. No.
He's better at cooking his own meals and doing that type of stuff now. He cleans now, so yeah, he's cleaning. He does alright. He just had he's got schizoaffective.
Oh, he's schizo.
Yeah, and he's had some heavy drug use things.
Oh no.
Luckily, he's I don't think he's actually a drug addict because he can he used meth again like a couple weeks ago. And like literally within 2 days he put himself in a detox program. And like he hasn't touched it. So I think he just really is just mentally ill and like sometimes it just gets so bad that he just uses substances.
How often does he like go into that?
It's triggered mainly by like stress and stuff like that. Which I will say that I probably contribute to that because
These are all Italian candies. I don't know if you like it.
Italian?
Yeah, all of them are Italian.
Because I try to be I try to motivate him. And sometimes that can be stressful. And I'm not gonna say like I entirely contributed to like why we had an episode, but like I could see how sometimes I can create some stresses. You know. But it's just because I want to see him have a fire to like want to take care of himself.
Ah, interesting. Can you explain more of that? What do you mean want to take care of himself?
Oh, next time, Jerry.
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean?
Like he doesn't love himself?
No, he doesn't. He grew up with an
What do you
abusive
mean you love
father
yourself anyway?
who was an alcoholic,
Oh,
and he lived in a basement for most of his life. And then his mom died,
oh my
and
God.
then he was homeless. So he doesn't
has
really
no
have a
one.
lot.
No one. He has no one.
Me,
That's good.
Interesting.
That's good.
my mom and I took him in when he was homeless. That's when he lived with us in Belvedere at my mom's house, and then him and I got the other apartment together. So,
I wonder if I can jam with this.
and a
Please
lot of
don't
his
do
brothers
that.
and sisters are like mentally ill as well. So
Please not with harmonium.
No, it could be jazz.
you trying to jazz it up with that thing?
Yeah. Jazz is basically, you know, ba 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 ba. What is it doing? Da na 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 na.
I cannot hear the music now.
You ever do karaoke?
I've done.
You should. He's a good singer.
We should go to karaoke sometime. You down?
I'm done. Why don't we do karaoke here?
Well, I want to go and do it somewhere.
Hold on. Do I have it? If I have it, yes I do.
I'm not doing karaoke tonight. If that's what you're suggesting.
I understand.
She doesn't want to do karaoke, Kelly.
I know, but it just reminded me.
Kelly, how
But
you
hey, I'm
doing?
gonna keep that in mind if I have like a little party or something. I'll call you and be like,
Yeah.
hey, bring your karaoke kit.
Oh, okay. Oh, something's happening in February, but you might not be here. You can-
What happened?
I'm trying to put together like a little ski snowboarding trip to
Where?
the Grand Geneva in
Oh,
Geneva,
nice. Where is it? When?
February 9th.
I will be in Texas.
But this, if it goes well and people have a good time this season, we'll probably do it next season too.
That's
I just
nice.
thought it was something fun to do.
Yeah. Geneva.
We'll rent like a villa and split the villa costs
Oh, that's
between all of
nice.
us, and then the next day it's like a winter carnival they're gonna have going on.
Oh, that's nice. I wish I could come. I have to be in a conference.
Yeah, are you still doing the same stuff for work, or is it different now?
What I was doing? I'm doing regulations, compliance, and finances.
I think you were doing that before.
Yeah, but on a more intense scale because I changed jobs.
Okay.
So.
So you have more responsibility now with this one, or?
Yes, but they're utilizing us like dogs.
That's how my mom's job is going. Do you make good money for what you do, or not really?
Not paid enough? No. If I did, I would not stay in this apartment.
Is there, with your skill set, is there anything you can do freelance?
She's worried about, what is it? Paying off student loans.
Because the only reason why I ask, is if you can, do freelance work, you can make some extra cash on the side.
You should do freelance right now. Get into that mode and you can make so much more money. You should get in the hustling mindset.
Says Jerry.
He said the hustling mindset. This is a
I
cute
used to be in that mindset. Hey, you can use that.
place. Thanks, I like it, it's cute.
Yeah, mine broke.
Where is it from?
Japan.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. I would like to visit Korea.
Me too.
They look like they got some really good food out there.
Korea?
Korea?
Hey, you're a pretty good cook, aren't you?
I cooked Korean food recently. I went to buy squid. The first time I bought squid was very fresh. So second time I bought squid, it had the ink in it. It wasn't fresh, and this fucking kitchen smelled like horrible ink.
Oof.
It's really disgusting. So I used like entire gallon of vinegar. Didn't help. Nothing helped.
That's true.
That's crazy.
That was the worst smelling
Still
thing ever.
smells. So, but I know how to clean and cook squid now.
That's cool. That's really cool. I don't know how to do that.
It's very time
So,
consuming.
Marina, let me tell you some weird delusional thinking I had, right?
Yeah, what?
Why
Oh,
did
you're
I...
delusional saying
Stop. Who made me clean this apartment?
You're delusional.
Why today?
Just listen what you're saying.
Imagine if it
Because
wasn't
it's
clean.
so piercing.
Listen, if it wasn't clean, would you have allowed Alexa to come?
Yeah?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You don't like when it's... You remember how bad? But never mind. I'm not bringing back the past. The past is the past. We're in a clean apartment now, right? Can you say?
No, not really.
Cleaner apartment, right?
Cleaner.
Hallelujah. Can I get an amen?
Cleaner, yeah.
Can I get an amen?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, just say amen.
He thinks that he's so pissed off that it enticed him to clean the apartment. But why then don't you do it every day?
No, that was before.
Before what?
I didn't see yourself only until like today.
Or what enticed
I
you
was
to
I was
do-
down, so I didn't even join the
Okay,
call.
what? Because your manic state started.
I didn't even.
I
talk
know
to him.
why it started.
I didn't even talk to
Your
him. either.
manic state started, that kicked in. That's now you're getting into the amplified manic state.
Do you remember before I used to be in this more,
Yes.
but now it's like one day and down, right?
No, I'm not sure about that.
I just have to. This is why I want when I say functional.
This is when you have
This
to
is when I
watch
can
out.
actually get
You know how
things
machines
done.
work?
What do you mean?
Like, do you know how engines
do you
and
mean?
machines work?
Are you gonna have more of this?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, so leave it to then.
What's your problem? Just leave it.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be refrigerated.
You know how
Okay.
cars work, though, right? Like, they gain speed and they have momentum.
Mm-hmm. You're saying
That's my
physics here.
point.
Okay.
A lot of life is momentum.
So is that a master's degree you're gonna have?
No, just a bachelor's.
Just a
For now.
bachelor's.
Yeah,
Okay.
for now.
Bachelor's in electrical engineering. People when.
It's good enough for good work, by the way.
Yeah, I can believe that.
It's gonna be really challenging, but I'm.
And U of
I'm
I.
excited
No,
for
no.
it.
If you have the will to learn,
What is it?
like I'm surprised if you want to do like, actually like any kind of like the laptop lifestyle, learn coding.
No, I'm not.
But
interested.
you're more of like hands-on,
Yeah.
right? Exactly.
No,
I'm also hands-on too, but I'm learning some coding now. When I work, I'm helping with
Oh,
Martin.
thanks, God.
I have to like learn
Are you
how to set up
learning
servers
coding?
and stuff like that. Kinda.
Good.
You should join like an online class or something.
What are you doing
I don't
for?
like-
What are you doing for Martin anyway?
I'm setting him up a personal cloud system, a cloud server, you could say. Kind of like Google, you know, like Google Drive. It's called Nextcloud.
Okay, good. Is he going to? Am I going to get rid of this shit?
Well,
here?
yeah, this is going to be
Okay.
placed somewhere else, probably his house, where he can access
Okay.
whatever he needs for when he's in Taiwan. That's the idea.
Okay, good.
But if it aids him, it's a
Is he
good
paying you for
service, you
this?
know. Of course.
He always does.
But really, I think it's just tossing me a bone, just to like keep me active.
Okay.
That's what it is. So I appreciate it. And if I was working, I mean, if it was a part like that, I would be charging way more. But I'm not at that capacity.
Well, to be 100% honest with you, earlier you asked me if my job was hiring. I mean, they probably are, but I'm not gonna ask.
You're not gonna recommend? So you're not gonna help me with that?
No. Just based off of how you describe yourself,
See, and that's my fear.
I think you're gonna
if I go
fuck it up
to
anyways, to be
a
honest.
What kind of job?
Real simple. I work for an event company. We do like you know all the holiday scapes you see in all the hotels and like
Yeah.
we do all that. We do like really big weddings. We do parties.
Catering?
No, like we do all the tablescapes. We do
What is
the
table
bar, like the glassware, the candles.
Oh, it's like
Like the whole design, like we design the whole event, and like we put the drapes up, we do the bars, we do
okay.
artwork. So basically, where I work mainly is in the warehouse, just kind of like maintaining and storing, and sometimes I repair
Why
stuff.
can you don't think you cannot do that?
I think he can, but I don't think he's motivated enough to show up every day and keep his job. Because really, the only thing you need to do at the job is show up.
Can
And
you
work.
do that?
Does that affect you negatively?
I don't care if it affects me negatively.
Then why would you help me out? I'm not saying I haven't gone to do it, but just it's kind of a downer if you're just saying.
I'm sorry that it's a downer, but
That's not totally.
life is
right.
about making intelligent decisions.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if
that's
this
the
is a
way
way
I
of
look
you
at
trying
it.
to motivate me to do something. It's not.
I'm not. I'm a real person. I'm being 100% honest and real with you.
That's pretty mean, isn't it?
It's an intelligent decision. And if it's mean, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not a nice
Because if it doesn't affect you, why wouldn't you just even get an interview? Why not?
Are you even gonna show up for the interview, or is that gonna be a day that you're
just
not
arrange
feeling
an interview, let him come.
If I'm in this mood, most likely.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying.
Can you
If
not,
you're in the mood.
Can you not move?
I'm working on it so I can be.
No, you cannot work on it. You've been
whenever.
working in 7 years. Just do it. Just do.
Just do it. That's how I do it. Just do.
Just do without thinking.
Fine. Just do. That's what it is. My next intention is just do without thinking. The working. If I work with Alexa, I'll be more like Alexa in terms of working. You know how I function, right?
You kidding me?
No, how I function.
You'll be more like Alexa.
When I'm around people, I pick up on them, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So if Alexa has good traits on working, I'll naturally pick up that. And it's better if I work with someone that I know because it'll keep me motivated to go.
But here's the thing, you probably wouldn't be working with me because I work in a very large warehouse with a lot of different people. And I will tell you that most of them are ex-convicts, and if they sense any kind of weakness in your ass, they're going to talk hella shit. And they're going to make your life hell. And regardless if I'm there or not.
What kind of company is that?
Just an event company.
Wait, so is it like...
They hire ex-convicts.
Is it for ex-convict? Like, is it kind of like a halfway type of thing?
That gives them jobs. Wow.
I mean, the way...
It's an opportunity, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of...
I don't think you should be in that environment because you're very sensitive.
Yeah. And that's another.
You will get your ass kicked. Maybe you should be there.
Honestly, it could go either way. Like,
listen. I want to get.
It's either gonna make or break you, bro.
If it helps me with the what do you call it, fitness too, because I was actually applying for like a packaging job or something.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
Can you lift right now though?
Yeah, he lift.
He lifts. He's.
Like,
I may look weak, but I can lift.
Okay.
He's agile. He's agile.
I have strong bones.
You can climb on shit.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. You look like Cece, man.
Are you serious? I don't look like I can do that. That's exactly why no one would mess with me.
But yeah, man, it's not a. I don't think it's an environment that you've ever even been around. To be honest.
I'd like environments that.
If you say something wrong, Jerry, you will come.
Like all of them are
He's
smoking
a blue
weed.
eye.
They hang out in the back after work, drinking beers, smoking. Most of them sell drugs. Like.
I'll be there with my harmonium.
What? I don't even want to know what that means.
That's basically rough.
Yeah, but remember.
Real shit is real shit. It's real Chicago shit.
No, what I'm saying is.
That's what it is.
It's like an army, right?
Marina will tell you. You know how I went to Motorola one time, right? My entire setup. Because you can share this with Alexa. I don't know if she knows.
Every day he had a suitcase like this. He was carrying a box of tools, heavy. This harmonium. He was wearing this long white wig.
I think I was around for that.
And sunglasses. He was going to work. Every fucking day with that suitcase.
Every day?
Every day.
Well, not every day. I can't do it every day. But like every week, you know.
Did you wash the wig?
Huh? The wig. Well, this is when I shaved my head for this too, you know.
But the wig had to be washed.
Well, the best thing was my manager. When I asked my manager, does this matter? And you know what he says? What did Martin say?
Well, everybody was laughing, and his manager, is the director of the department. He's my friend, right? I'm saying, is it okay? He comes, I don't give a damn. He said, as far as he does it work.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I was exactly, and that was total divine friendship, and that's where I was the most productive.
But everybody was telling Martin, what is this?
No, they weren't.
I don't care. I don't care.
Honestly, if you did some shit like that at HMR, you'd probably get loved, man. They would love you. There's this guy, Will, one of my managers.
But this is where I like
such a
thrive
goofball.
though. Like these are the people around who like.
But your
encourage me
tongue
and
is
stuff.
not careful. You can piss them off really quickly.
This is maybe. Remember the last
Or
year.
actually,
of
you're
Motorola.
timid. You will shut up.
No,
probably.
the last year of Motorola, what I did is, and I remember this. I told myself because I wanted to be consistent working there. Like this is 2019 before COVID stuff. So I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm just gonna work. And as much as I can. That was several times a week. I would just go to work on time, just being there. Because it'd just be difficult going with, and because I would just wait for the mood. This is not when I could do something in the mood. I just wait for it because it would just be easier. Now it's even harder to do it because I condition myself that I need to be in the mood to do something. I need to get out of that mindset.
You don't have to be in a
I know.
mood.
I'm getting out of that. If I get the
When you sit
opportunity
in a
and experiences again, I will get this new experience saying that I can do it, whatever mood I am.
When you sit in an apartment, you see four walls. You see that entire world is this.
That's what happened. I was I had to work from home like for several months after that. After training myself to go to the office.
Okay.
Because I was negotiating, saying, hey, why don't I actually just work remotely? That's when I was, like I said, I was streaming Twitch over there and doing something over there. I had all these things going around, and downstairs, that you know, the entire conglomeration of like items that I've collected, I was gonna make that into like, what is that, thrift shop or something? I had all these ideas, and none of it could happen while I was working there.
So that's
what
what
be here.
made you want to do remote.
Yes.
Okay.
But only when I was in the mood, and rarely was I in the mood when I was here because I had to do the work. When I was working, there's not enough time to go work down there.
So that's what happened with T-Mobile. I was just about to ask what happened.
Motorola. No.
Or, sorry.
Motorola, at the end of it, they let a lot of people go after COVID.
So you got laid off.
Including
Yeah,
well, my contract ended.
My friend, they let him go too because he was making. And
There's a lot
now
of
he has a
senior
better
officials.
position.
Dude, if you worked for Motorola for 2 years, man, what are you doing?
So I'm telling you, it's different. The ecosystem after COVID really like shocked me.
Okay, now delusion.
I understand that.
Speaking of
I
delusion,
100%
tell her.
I don't understand it.
Tell her what
This
you
is
were
not me.
thinking.
This is not me.
Hey,
What?
tell Alexa what you were thinking during COVID. And I had
During
no
COVID?
clue.
Oh shit! You mean like
Yeah.
when
tell-
people were like in houses and they had to force people to wear masks?
No.
And do yeah, this
This
is what
is
it was.
not you were thinking.
Yeah.
You admitted that you thought that was going to be end of the
Well,
world.
what happened that
What does that
time?
mean?
While I was working here, you came and you said that you're getting a divorce,
Okay.
and everything went downhill after that.
That you were getting a divorce?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were married.
Separated for years.
Oh, separated. Okay.
Official divorce.
She was married, living separately, so it's kind of like that. I don't even understand that dynamic.
He was in Kentucky.
To me, it's like if you're living separately, it's like how were you married? Unless you're
Well, that's why divorce.
so
happened, right?
once in 6 month communication or something.
Well,
That's
it's
why
financial
divorce
shit.
happened, right?
Yes,
He was waiting for me to make more money so he can divorce.
but I'm telling you, that was a huge like thing that caused like
No,
so much stress.
okay.
It caused so much stress in our
Okay, then
dynamic.
he thought that it was going to be end of nothing else matters. He was waiting for the end of the world to happen. And he was not telling anybody. I learned about it probably a year ago. I said, seriously, dude? And I was exercising and losing weight happily.
So Marina's succeeding over here, and Jerry's preparing for like, you know, a fucking
End of the world!
She's like Jenny Craig, every single thing. I was on my meetings here. This is another thing. Why you need rooms. I was in my meeting here. Marina, I have a meeting. Don't vacuum or anything. Immediately my meeting comes on. 2 minutes later, I'm just like, and she's in the other room, and I'm just like, he's just like, can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? I was like, yeah, okay, all right. I apologize, you know. So it's some kind of divine comedy thing right there. But then I was just like, I cannot have meetings here. I cannot have that, you know.
Yes, you can if I remember.
You know what a library is?
Here.
I never thought about working for like when you work remotely, working from like a library or something. Honestly.
Or even like renting out. They have like little office spaces and stuff.
Yeah.
In certain facilities and.
I found out about that afterwards because for me the incentive of working from home was all about, you know, just being here where I can take care of all this stuff. A lot of my projects are just existing downstairs unfinished.
Can I ask you, do I take care of anything when I work from home?
Huh?
Do I take care of anything at home when I work?
Yeah, you vacuum, you do all this stuff.
What do I do? I asked you
You
to
work
make
out,
salad.
you do all these other things.
Okay. I don't know. I think you're exaggerating.
No. For me, working is just you're staying work and not doing anything else.
At work, I was working less than I was working from home.
But if you're able to like work and then watch Netflix, come here, go for a walk, go to the doctor's, come back, different.
Okay, that's some kind of partial freedom.
Absolutely freedom.
And then Fred writes me an email message and I'm asleep.
This is some of the events that we put on.
So you've been, what, 6 months you said?
Wait, event disappeared.
Oh. Shoot. Where'd it go?
Okay, so you're actually decorating events.
Like, yeah, like they have designers that are like actually designing the
That's
visual
good.
aspect of things.
That's interesting, actually. How did you get that job? You just applied or you were directed?
So last year, pretty much around this time, I was working for them through InstaWork, which is like an app.
Oh.
I'm still trying to find
Have you ever gotten in Field Nation? Remember that time you were looking at all this?
I'm
yeah,
glad
and
you
now I
found-
actually have tools and stuff that I can do stuff like that, but I don't have a car. So
Was that why you wanted to say?
Are
you
you?
couldn't
Are
make
they
bank doing
paying
that?
enough or?
not really, but I'm in a position where I don't have a lot that I'm paying for, so I.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, very good.
But yeah, basically they liked what I did, and then they hired
So
me.
how long you've been at this job?
Been like about 6 months. Not including the time that I was temping for them.
Not including. Almost. Yeah.
So probably about a year almost, I'd say. I can't even find any good pictures now. So what about, do you ever do InstaWork or Winolo or anything like that?
I gave it I tried, but did I
Or
ever
Field
do it? I don't
Nation?
remember. Field Nation, yeah.
You do
I actually
stuff?
did. I did some stuff still, like, but very seldom. Here, I told you, only when I'm in that mood.
Because man, you have a car, you can actually go do that stuff.
Yeah, I know, that's why I
I
got a
have a lot
car.
of tools. Like
That's
I
why
have,
I got out of the car.
So
So
there's
basically,
a-
if you want to use it, I won't even charge you rent. Just
why don't
whatever
we
you
just
make.
go
just
do a
switch
job
it.
together?
Okay, set up a job. I'll do it with you.
Okay. Fine. I have Field Nation as an app on my phone. I can literally do some shit like that.
Okay.
But keep in mind, it's probably going to be on a weekend.
Yo, no worries. I'll drive. So you don't
Alright,
have to
bet. Let's
do
go
shit,
make some
you know?
money then.
I'd rather. This money pays more too. Like,
yeah, they pay good.
minimum like 30, 60, and you can negotiate. You can know how to negotiate well. And I know the scope of work, so.
Yeah, you know the scope of work and you probably know more of the technical side, and I have like literally every tool you would ever need. Because Lincoln Tech
Really?
supplied it.
Interesting, because people constantly ask me for work about like low voltage cabling and stuff like that, and that's like
Yep.
minimum $60 an hour. So you go there, walk out with at least $200 for like a 45-minute gig, maybe if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, if we're lucky,
And
we
if you
set
can
up a
chunk that,
couple.
you know, boom, boom, boom. I remember you wanted to shadow me or something, but I could probably learn more from you because of all
Well, I
the
mean, we
things.
can just learn from each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be
Yeah, I'm down.
that complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if you're down, let's get it. You drive.
Do you see this connection? Divine
Oh, shut the
friendship?
fuck up.
Yeah.
Let's see when it happens.
I see what the face is.
Let's see when it happens.
I know.
Right.
If it
I'm gonna hit you
happens.
up one day, and you better be in the mood.
Yep. You
Well, this
better-
is a commitment. Because I need money to go on more trips. I'm running out of it.
See, you need money to go on more cities, but you don't need the money to help me out, right?
What are you gonna do?
Buy a house. I'll buy a house.
Buy a house.
That's it.
Buy a house.
I was helping you
Who
out.
is going to sell your house?
Section 8. So how her friend, this is true, how her friend Kevin got it is because he listed as homeless,
He actually was in the homeless shelter,
like on the homeless
working
shelter.
with.
Yeah, so if I do something like that, if I don't live at home, and I don't live here, this is your apartment. Your name is on the lease, not me. I'm not supposed to be here, right? But if that gets me a house, it's worth it. And that Section 8, you can move anywhere you want once you have that voucher. And the problem is, I looked it up, it's like a 20-year wait, minimum,
That's like one of the pictures.
Hey,
Of
yeah.
what? What are you saying?
for Section 8.
Who said that?
It is, if you
20
go
years
apply for
people
it.
will die, man.
20 years, yeah.
Oh, this is pretty. Wow.
Or some places like 5.
Yeah, we do a lot of
5
floral.
years.
Like all that floral is us.
So I don't know how Kevin got it expedited or how long he was waiting
Because
for
he was
it.
in the homeless shelter.
So is it
Exactly.
Chicago downtown also? You do everywhere?
Yeah.
Wow.
We also do like destinations and stuff. We'll go out of state.
Hmm.
You want? I didn't even show you.
What?
Let me show you.
You can show me a screenshot if you want.
That's interesting. So this is like kind of like weddings, anything like that, right? Mm-hmm.
For like super like you can see it's like some high end stuff. But here.
If it's okay to ask, how much is per hour?
Oh, that's nice.
I make $18.75.
Mm.
It's not a lot.
They are making bank off you.
But you know what? They gave me flexibility. Like if I want to take a day off,
Okay.
That's worth it.
It's flexibility.
That's ideal thing, flexibility.
But she doesn't
honestly,
take
people
many
I work
days
with.
off.
This way I can go see my cousin in New York. She's been telling me to go.
What are you doing?
I have my brother in California. My brother lives in California. Both my brother and sister, this is what makes me kind of feel kind of like I'm the oldest, and they both are rocking full-time jobs. So I'm like, why can't I?
Right.
Why are you asking?
Have you answered that question yet?
I keep
You just keep
mood.
asking?
My mood.
7 years of asking questions?
Well, also, what gets me into like the low mood is doing the process, the application. I hate that.
Oh,
The
gee.
interviewing, just talking about myself in that case, scenario. That's you're basically lying, and you know whatever you're saying on like.
You
the
have to
resume,
lie.
Just lie. I don't do that.
Well, you
It
have
makes
to.
me feel bad.
You have to market yourself
Yeah.
the way they want to hear.
It's true.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Because they're liars also.
But it doesn't have to make
One
sense.
monkey lies to another
To me.
monkey.
It really doesn't though.
I don't know. It's hard.
Not everything has to make sense.
It's hard to work like that for me.
But it's okay if it's hard. What's
I know.
cool about things being hard is like
I get
if you go through it enough, it won't be hard enough.
Yeah, I
It won't hard
understand.
anymore. That's how we build muscle, right? We go to the gym, we go through all this hard labor, but then before you know it, that weight is easy. What do you guys got going on this weekend?
Chiropractor tomorrow morning.
Chiropractor?
Yeah.
Do I have an appointment?
Chiro. And
I
tomorrow,
don't
is gymnastics tomorrow or no? Tomorrow is no plan.
I don't know.
I think that Chinese food I ate, food poisoned me.
Come here.
No, I'm drinking. So you don't connect with Moby anymore?
No, I called Afshin like maybe 4 or 5 months ago just to like check in, just see what's up. And she made it clear, she's like, I don't really want to have anything to do with you. And I'm like, okay.
She said,
She's like, we're on different wavelengths in life and we just don't agree. And I think she's just butthurt because I was real with her about the situation, about how I felt about.
oh, you guys straightforward.
Yeah.
Alright.
She didn't like it.
In London, I went to London. I went there only 3 times because I just for just courtesy of saying hi to Priscilla. And I was going in the middle of the 6 sittings. Like, what am I doing there? Every time I'm going there, I'm contracting some shit. Some COVID or schmovid or something like that. I don't need that. Or somebody sits on me. Or
Somebody sits on me.
That's so true. That's true.
or somebody smells horrible. Anyway, and
You gotta deal with all the water on the floor.
I become
Remember
very
that
yeah,
Water?
and Olga.
Oh,
from the lotas and stuff?
that's true.
So
That's hypocrisy.
I go in.
The systems there are completely changed though. They have way more amenities.
I went in the middle of the session, and she said, "Why, Marina? Why didn't you come to the meditation, like main meditation, or whatever they call it?" I said, "I didn't. I didn't know what to say." I said, I don't need to meditate." She got furious. Really?
You said you didn't need to meditate and
Yeah.
she got mad?
Yeah. I said, "I don't need to meditate, by the way." And she goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, really. What the fuck are you to tell me what I have to do?"
What does that even mean? Like, why would you be mad at someone about that?
Oh, wow, very furious. It's like, really? Who do you think you are? And I asked her, texted her, I said, I didn't get your question, can you please clarify? She never answered.
But I have a question for you. So, you go to London.
To my friend, to see my friend.
So Pirsav's your friend.
No, my friend.
Oh, you have Oh, isn't that one lady that?
Go hard.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing.
Yeah.
That. But like, why? But why sit with Pirsav? What do you gain from it?
Nothing. Well, I went to London before I decided actually not that it brings up another topic. Not a nice topic, but should I say? Yeah, I should say that this is. There was a girl who came from. Who was invited to come to the sitting.
But is this all gossip?
No,
It's all
it's-
hearsay, nothing confirmed.
It's not gossip. She went to this to see Pirsa because she broke up with her boyfriend and she wanted to help, right? Just really young girl.
Okay.
And well, Pirsa looked at her and he got infatuated and yes.
Actually, this is good. See if this is true. See, after you hear this, tell me if it's possible.
Tell me if it's
Go ahead.
possible.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
What?
So they invited her to stay over. She doesn't know many things. Like Larissa, remember Larissa? That girl. She's good looking in London.
I do.
She's a Romanian girl.
I remember.
She became a queen of her Pirsa now. She's on the special cushions. All this attention is on her.
It's just for her back.
No.
You
I
can
have
use a
back
chair.
problem too.
You can carry a chair too if you want.
No, I have a back problem too. They make special. Dude, don't you? She stayed in Pakistan for 6
Because she
months.
complained, you didn't complain.
So okay, can I tell the story
I'm
without
just
your interruption?
clarifying. Go ahead.
Because you're trying to.
Interruption, I'm adding
You're-
certain things. I'm adding
Do not
reality
add
to things.
because it's not
This
reality.
is
And don't even
delusion.
worry, because I'm not
Yeah.
even paying attention.
Yeah,
what he's
but
saying.
so she is his favorite, and every time young girls come, they're favorites. If you notice.
I didn't really notice.
Stop it. Anyway, so this girl went to see him personally to his in the bedroom where he sits in London, and he said that they had to close the doors, and he attempted to kiss her. He gave her a French kiss. She got out in a panic, like absolutely like.
She's probably like, what the fuck?
Huh?
She's probably like, what the hell just happened? Right?
She was shocked.
She's probably freaking out.
She freaked out and she started writing messages too, and I have all these messages because someone forwarded to me. Because everybody who found out was in shock except Pakistanis because they said that's not possible. Pirsa would never do that. Not possible, it's not true. She's lying, and they actually threatened her to expel from university if she's and do something else
Probably
if she
blackmail her or something.
spreads this rumor. So I went to London. When I was in London, I went to London before I found out this. I said, what am I doing there now? I was not doing much anyway, but now what am I doing? Completely nothing. Like it was like, and I just saw him 3 times because I already had a hotel booked and I was there. So I just went for 1 hour. And I'm not trying to judge him too, but I made a decision for myself. This is not good. This is totally not good. So-called master should not take advantage, but whatever.
Even that term master, though.
Master
doesn't even sit
whatever
with
he
me well.
is, yeah.
Yeah, but
This
you're-
is that's basically what happened to me, and I think everybody should know that because this is irresponsible behavior, and this is not what when you call yourself somebody who leads people and talking about purity and all this. I think you should follow what you preach.
And if you're practicing Islam, Doesn't he practice Islam?
He
Isn't he Muslim?
practices Islam.
That's not Islamic.
So that's why they threatened her. Very like Shahim's wife called her, threatened her. If she doesn't stop there, so they have connection. They have expelled her from university, and then she threatens her with physical, whatever. And I met with her. I called her. I didn't know the girl. I said, Maria, I want to meet with her. Can we? She was so devastated. She couldn't talk about it. She didn't. She said, can you please not talk about him because it gives me shivers. This ugly man tried to.
And to answer your question, you're right. Everything is hearsay, right? I don't know the facts. I wasn't physically there. Neither was Marina. She wasn't physically there.
But you've been there in that environment.
But
you see things in the girls. I've never been to the girls' environment, so I don't know what it looks like.
It is possible. It has happened many times with other spiritual leaders.
Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about one that you've met specifically.
What?
What are you saying?
I'm not talking about the concept of a spiritual leader, I'm talking about Piersop specifically. How you
He
know
is
him.
a man.
How you know him.
I don't know him. I have never sat down with the man and conversated with him.
Okay.
He has never conversated with me on a deep level. I have not, like, the only thing I've done with the dude is sat next to him.
So what?
And listened to him speak in Urdu, which I don't even understand. So I don't know him.
So yeah, this is what.
So yes, it is possible, man. And it sucks to accept it, but yes, man, it's possible. Like, ask yourself, do you really know him?
I showed his text messages to her. To you.
Yeah.
What? Is not enough?
Doesn't sound like him.
Oh yeah, it's him.
How do you know that? Have you literally
I have not
lived
seen
next to
that.
him?
No, I have not seen that side of him. That's what it is.
Because
Just
you live
because
in
you haven't
delusion.
seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I don't disagree with that.
Because you live in delusion. Dude, his pictures are everywhere sold. First of all, it's against anything. And he allows it to happen. They have a store, they hold his pictures everywhere, and they say he's God.
In Chakwal, they have his pictures posted.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That store sells his pictures and he knows very well.
No, it's the same thing. It's their culture. They respect the saints.
It's a culture, exactly.
It's not a fucking
You
sign.
literally just admitted it. It's a culture.
The kissing part I'm talking about.
No,
Yeah.
you were just talking about pictures being
Yeah,
sold.
but that part is not. I'm talking about the kissing part. I don't care about the pictures. I'm talking about the kissing part.
What about
The kissing part is part of the culture?
No, that is the one that seems so far-fetched to me.
And he
Like something like that happens.
it's so shocking to him that he
And there's not many witnesses who come forward
he
with it.
chooses
Everyone's
not
hush-hush.
to believe.
It's gonna get
If
really
it's
dark
true.
right now, but you know that there are human beings that like rape children, right? You're aware
Okay.
that that's in this
Yeah,
world?
but I don't think it's in that.
But why
so
do you
it-
have
it's
that
in
thought
there.
process? Like, why do you think that that's so impossible?
Because it's a safe space to me.
So it was for her too. That's why she was there.
It still is a safe space for me. I don't care about the humans in there,
Well,
but the divine
he's
energy
not,
is a
I
safe
hope
space
he's not
for
a
me.
pedo. He's not a homosexual. Otherwise, there is no way you can get into that space like she did. What you want to witness with your eyes?
What's that?
I said maybe he is homosexual. We will never know until some shit like that happens.
We don't know.
We
Yeah.
don't know what he does behind closed doors. We really don't.
We're just talking. Now you're just gossiping.
What's no? We're
You're
not.
just slandering and gossiping because
Okay.
you don't know. You're just saying.
But
it
you don't
could.
know either. You're
But I wouldn't
slandering
talk
too.
about-
What do you mean gossiping?
A
Who's
respectable
gossiping?
individual like that.
She's saying she doesn't know is he homosexual
No,
or not.
we're just saying it could be. Like anything could be.
Anything could be.
Because we don't know. It's just like Schrodinger's cat analogy. You know that?
Who?
Schrodinger's cat. The Schrodinger's cat is like a quantum physics analogy, right?
Okay.
Concept saying that there's a cat in a box with poison. When the cat is outside the box, it's alive. But the box, once it's put in with poison, The cat, you don't know if the cat is alive or dead, so it's both dead and alive. So both possibilities exist
Okay.
Yeah.
until you observe it.
Right.
Yeah, so
Like that.
Exactly. Both
So there's no
possibilities
proof.
exist.
So until there's proof, all we're saying is like gossip or slander.
Okay, and
That's what I'm saying.
I also want to utilize that
Nobody's
same,
slandering him.
that same theory you just used can also be utilized towards what you believe as well.
Nobody's slandering
Because
him.
you're believing the other side.
Like protecting him?
You said it could be
It's
either
because it's my
alive.
safe
You
space,
just
of
said it
course.
could either be life or death.
Because if my safe space has a breach,
I'm not saying
that's
it's
a big
wrong.
thing.
I'm just saying that theory that
You
you're
understand?
utilizing,
If my safe space has a breach, how that's gonna affect me?
Your sister doesn't have a breach. He's not homosexual.
Not homosexual.
Then
The fact that if you would
it's
kiss.
the image. But let's just. I have a good question. In
Why would you talk about
reality,
homosexual? That's nothing about it. Or the pictures, that's nothing to do with it. That the pictures is what the culture is. The kissing is what we're talking here. I never want to discuss it, but you brought it up. First of all, it's just something that came to me, and it was like a huge controversy this time. And you completely lost respect for Pierce. Before that, you were calling him a respectable saint, not a master, but a human being. After you found out about this, you completely just put him into like the animalistic culture of a man.
he's
That's it, and that is why that's just like
but
But that's okay. Both sides are okay. She's entitled to the way she feels about him. You're
Okay.
entitled to the way you feel about him. But let me just ask you this good question. In reality, I'm talking about strictly reality. Throw away your thought process. Throw away your emotional process. In reality, what has this man done to earn your respect?
he understands.
Physically.
oh my god. Physically? You mean practically?
Like in reality.
He's the reason
physical
why
reality.
I have this harmonium. While I have an option if I
See?
want to be a musician.
How?
How does that equate to you, to him being, that didn't even answer my question.
So what we were alluding to.
I asked you, what in physical reality, like what has he actually done and or said to make you respect him? What has he said? What has he done? I'm not talking about what Moby said. I'm not talking about what the group said. I'm talking about what he has
Do you
actually
remember?
done.
Were you there for Baba Kalender?
For what?
Baba Kalender?
Is that his dad?
No. That that was my
song.
debut.
That stupid song he was singing.
Oh, okay.
Baba Kalanda, Baba Kalanda.
I think I recall. You don't have to play it. I think I
Have you ever
recall.
seen
Don't
it?
play please.
Please don't. I know what you're talking about.
Are you sure?
Please don't play it, bro. I know. This guy. He's like, I'm about to play it.
No, I was like, I want to make sure, you know.
I already know. I know. Please don't.
That's so funny. Just don't start. You're so proud of this fucking song.
Only it's good, otherwise I'm thinking it's like so cringe.
But please don't play it, because I just want to know. I want you to finish
So
your
did
thought
you hear
process.
did you hear what you said? Peace up is the reason you got the harmonium. Big accomplishment.
Well,
But how does that
I'm saying
equate to you
he put me on
respecting him?
stage there. He gave me that spotlight in front of an
so
audience.
what?
It's
You
a
found
big
a
thing.
village.
How does that...
For me, it's a big thing. It means a lot. He communicates to me in a way that means a lot to me. That's what it is.
So nothing in physical, actual words and or reality has he actually done something to make you earn his respect?
Words? Yeah, he motivates me the entire time.
How?
How?
He
Hey,
encourages
Jerry, I
me.
motivate
How?
to you.
In
too.
what ways? I'm just asking for specifics. In what ways?
He gives me good feedback.
He
Like?
praises him. He likes to hear praises, Jerry.
I love the
He
feedback from him.
praises him.
Oh,
The
you're
attention I get
talking-
from him.
Only,
Okay.
only praises him. Because he sings him limited number of times.
I told you not to play it.
Please, no, they don't play this shit.
But you remember this one, right?
I told you I remembered it before you
See
played
how
it.
proud of you are. Unbelievable.
Because it happened. If it wasn't for him, it would never happened.
But what happened, Jerry?
So that's what made you earn his respect.
This is remember I told you I don't burn bridges, but things when people do like that, I remember it.
But
Like, I
prior
remember
to
you.
him-
I remember you. When you took me, we went together for the school Memphis open mic, right?
Okay.
From there, I got this beautiful audio that I made. And it's a beautiful experience that I had. I still remember that.
Okay, so what?
And I said all these things.
So what?
If you didn't do that for me, I wouldn't
Then-
have that experience. For me, it's like that. This is how I associate people in a way
So you
where I
live in your
appreciate
He
memory?
them.
answered my question in his own way, I
Huh?
guess.
Yeah, so you understand.
Not, I mean, I don't, but like, it's okay. I don't have to understand what.
But you didn't even explain why do you like Pisa? Why do you think that he's someone so you have to be so fond of or anything?
That's really what I was asking.
Okay, let me ask you something. This is going to the concept of love here. And I've never fell in love with a human being.
Or
Or
you-
other, okay, what is a human being? It's always a consciousness.
You are
to
in
me,
love with
okay?
person.
Consciousness. I don't think, as humanity, we're seeking for connection. Okay, and people are seeking for connection in different ways. Like if you're looking for a quick release, it's animalistic at level.
Okay,
If
can
you're looking
you
for spiritual connection, it's
can
something
you
else.
go to the point?
Yeah. So my connection with spiritual, with Pirsa, was like it was after you.
Answer me.
Is
what?
my relationship after you?
What it has to do with me, dude?
It's a similar kind of relationship that I have with people.
Have you contemplated that maybe those feelings came from thoughts and not actual things?
That's what I don't understand. What do you mean by thoughts? Where does love have to come from? Or being in love?
A thought process.
Being in love is a thought process. You were in love and you were messed up, and that was a thought process.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wait. You are confusing shit here. It's totally different. So you are saying being in love is several things together. It's chemistry,
It could be.
also hormones, chemistry, whatever you call it. It's something that it happens beyond your control.
It
Tell
depends
me
on what you're looking
something.
for.
Tell me something, please. So you have hormonal
No,
urges towards person? No.
listen. It depends on what you're looking for. Okay. I told you, I'm not the typical
You are
man.
on such a high level that you have
I connect to
spiritual-
consciousness.
Spiritual love with person.
No,
You
I
feel
get
this
my
kind
my consciousness likes it.
When you think about his consciousness and you are so in love with his do you remember that he did a French kiss to the girl?
See, here we go again.
Just remember that. Easy.
This is what you highlight.
Yeah, it's very important.
And to me, I don't believe it.
Convenient.
No,
That's
because
why
I don't think it exists.
That's why you're delusional.
But there's no proof.
Well, fine. If Pirsa leading a good cause, you can be in love with a cause, but why are you in love with Pirsa? What the fuck he is to be in love with him?
And honestly, like, if there's no proof in that situation, there's really no proof on why you love the dude.
Yeah, what does it matter? I'm just in love.
You are in love?
What does it matter?
With-
And he's in love for no reason whatsoever.
Love happens
No,
for
he's
no
in
reason.
love for a reason because Moby markets very well.
You can't market love.
Oh yeah, he does. He said you have to be in love with a
He's not that great at it. Because he didn't get me. He'd have to be really good to
He
get me.
didn't get me too, but he's suspected. He's
Susceptible?
susceptible.
I'm just sticking on longer. You guys were there for a year or whatever. I'm there for several years. That's the only difference.
What do you mean
I'm there for the long-term thing.
What do you mean I was for a year? What year?
Yeah, what do you mean? I was there for a few years now.
Whatever, I'm just saying. However
Oh,
long you were.
you are?
And really, we're not bashing you, bro. Because
Loyalties,
your
I'm
reality
talking
and how you
about.
live your life
Loyalty.
is
Loyalty to what?
We're just putting things
To
in
who
perspective.
you love or in your
Why
consciousness?
do you love him? Because it literally tells you to spend money to go to freaking dirty Pakistan.
She said dirty face.
We're Armenians because
He came back with lies last time.
He what?
He had lies when he came back.
Really?
Yes,
You
and then
lies?
I contracted lies from him, and then I realized it's lies, and I had to treat myself.
Oh man.
Every time I came back with COVID, I came back with some shit I contracted from those people. They stole my phone. They looted some money from suitcases of female in female quarters.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I know. I've been there. I know.
But your phone
But
lost.
listen,
Your
bro.
phone was gone.
My phone was gone, big time.
We're not bashing you. like how you live your life, what you just decide to believe in, like that's your human right, man. Do you? You know, but like if he ever tells you to do some crazy ass shit, remember these conversations.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing.
Okay.
Are you?
I'm not gonna go as a fanatic and
That's
what
why
people,
you spend so
my
much.
family's afraid of to become like some kind
So
of
that's why
suicide
you
bomber.
spend money on a trip like that.
People spend money on different things.
I know why you're going there. You just want a sense of community with all these guys. Just sit a little bit gossip.
Well, people do that. They go to places for sense of community.
Do chill.
How much do you think when people go for meditation retreats? How much do you think they pay for that?
I don't know why they go.
They don't charge
like the
anything.
Group, they
Yeah.
like the community.
But they don't charge anything. All you have to charge, all you go there for is you pay your own room and board. They don't charge anything for the gathering. To me, that's a huge service. All I'm paying for it is the trip there.
You know what a huge service
Okay.
is like taking
And
care
how to
of.
stay. I'm paying anything for that.
Jerry, Moby
people-
told you to pay money and you donate it, and now you're paying without work. You're paying him every week when you go to Moby.
Well, I was doing
He
that
said,
just
You're
like school of
paying Moby
metaphysics.
every week?
yes,
No,
he
just
did.
like school of metaphysics, I would give like there's good something to give to the gathering. It's like if you
Yeah.
get something, it's good to give.
What do you
It's
get?
like tithing.
What the fuck you do get? What do you get?
What do you mean?
What do you get except brainwashing?
A connection. That's
You come
really-
aggressive back from Moby here.
What is this? Why is this? I mean, is this? Why are you talking about what I get from there? Go back to pure stuff.
Because I can see.
You don't, I know you don't. Both. It's here's what's common with you and Marina for some reason. Both of you are totally like. Just had this negative association with Moby, very sure to what you had now. I don't. I mean, this is I've seen Marina, but with Pure Sab, unique experiences, and that's is that you're probably associating it with the people around him. And then now you got some evidence or
Okay.
some experience which shows that he's actually doing something.
Okay, you want to believe in that?
No.
Believe in your delusion, Jerry.
True.
But today, you're fucking dysfunctional, still on the same stagnation level, and nothing is moving. I see no changes. When Jerry started taking his medication, his maniacal states reduced, and they said, "Ugh, this was pierced up." I said, "No, fuck, it's his medication."
The only reason I have the perspective I have today is because I contemplated things. I contemplated what spirituality really meant to me. I contemplated what meditation really meant to me. And the conclusion that I drew was that it lies in myself. It doesn't lie in another person.
Interesting.
And so it has nothing to do with any negativity or ill will. Like the purest place of where it comes from is that it came from my own just contemplation and trying to realize for myself what's going on.
Yeah, that's up to you.
No! You don't understand what she's saying.
Gee, and you
She's saying
understand?
connect with your own power.
Am I now connected to my own
That's
power?
what he's
No!
actually trying to teach.
I agree.
So how does that equate
Okay.
to
Okay. What do you guys think of me as doing? It's like,
You know
why
when
are
you say
following
power, it's your
somebody?
divine self is your own power.
Stop. What do you think? Okay, so do you know that concept of Sufism, the Murshid-Murid relationship? I was actually
Fuck
writing
that
about this.
concept.
You've given someone Murshid already when you've taken bath, right?
Right.
So both of you, consciously have given permission for him to enter into your consciousness.
That's literally
That's what it is.
impossible. You know that, right?
I locked him out. He can kiss my ass.
You've already taken by it.
That
So
doesn't matter.
It means it's
It's
not.
he could do whatever
Hey,
he
man,
wants.
glory-
He says it's
You
all
understand that, you know?
imagination.
No, not true.
He will be the most patient, but I'm telling you,
My
it may
friend.
take several years, but
My
you
friend-
will be back.
No,
Definitely not.
Everyone who's left will return
My
in some
friend
way.
Not
Gloria-
spending money to go to
100%.
my friend Gloria asked me to
100%.
baptize in fucking Korean church, and I baptized because she was crying. I said, okay, let's go. Let me baptize. So I got baptized. Some fucking.
Well, we
Korean
also got the dower, remember?
Like, she wanted me because it was true church. I said, okay. As soon as I got out of the church, I said, Gloria, I'm sorry, but I cannot come to the church anymore. This is nothing. This is your will. You cannot allow anybody to enter if you don't want to.
And here's what we can do to believe that is true. What we can do is start to pinpoint certain things that he has said and equate it to what we're going through in the moment and say, okay, it's because of him. It's because of what he said. But really, like, anybody can say anything at any time, and you can pull that same memory to an experience you're having. Anybody, that can happen with anybody. Not just, this guy.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I'm getting a little hairy now because
I understand.
it's a bit late.
Yeah. And you've been working all day. It's
Yeah.
11. What time do you usually go to bed?
I don't have a bedtime.
You don't. Well, I can change things up. Would you like the game?
Honestly, I probably should get going.
She just said she's tired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Jerry, are you listening?
No, she said that there's no
There's a social
bedtime. She said
cue.
there's no bedtime. So I
But
assume.
before she said she's getting
Because you
tired.
asked me when do I usually go to bed, and I said I don't have a bedtime.
So, but you're basically saying you
But I
still want to
wasn't-
go home. You want to go home.
But I
That's what you're
wasn't. Yeah, eventually I would like to
saying.
leave.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I
you
haven't
should-
decided when, unless you guys want me to get going, I can get going, but
Maybe you should take social
She just said
graces.
she might not go right
Social
now.
graces
But you're saying
class.
she's going right now. So what?
I
is it?
don't know what she said. I'm
So if
saying
you're not going
she's
right
saying
now,
she's
do you
tired.
want a game?
no.
Okay. That's all. That's it.
I have to take my
Simple.
pills.
Almost at the 11:11 mark.
Oh God, my back.
Have you done acro yoga?
I've done regular yoga.
You know what acro yoga is? It is the most interesting, fun, form of fitness.
Okay.
It involves some strength. It involves strength training and massage, basically, all together.
Who's
Basically
getting
using
massage?
body. We're both getting a massage.
So it's two
Acro
people
yoga.
doing
It's
it?
2 people.
Okay. Interesting.
And it works as a form of fitness. Usually partners do it. It's like great partner connection exercise.
That's cool.
And I've done it before. Actually, maybe I could show you.
You know what you should get is like a projector.
I did. I have a projector. It's right there, and I had a projector right there. That's what you're thinking, right?
Yeah.
I had that.
You just decided it wasn't.
Well, no, it was not a good screen. I just tested out the concept.
Okay.
But when I first moved in here, I had an idea. Like, this was the media room, all music and everything like that. Like, you could see there's so much potential.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how big is this compared to, like, where you're staying with Kevin?
It's literally this and then that.
Oh, is it? Still not bad if you're... Because
No, I mean,
if
all
you're
I
staying
need-
for a place, free rent, that's a big thing.
Yeah, and I get the room.
Exactly.
And I keep shit together. So someone's gotta keep shit fucking together. With everybody getting all crazy. Jesus Christ.
But how did you guys arrange that? Like, did you get that recently, or how long has it been?
No, it wasn't an arrangement. I mean, it was. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I mean, I lived with him when he had his apartment through Section 8. On the south side, I lived with him for a little
Oh, okay. So
And
you
then
might
I
have,
left,
so you might have
traveled
been
different
on
states.
that then. He might have been on the Section 8 voucher for several years.
bit. What do you mean he might have been? I know when he got the Section 8.
When did he get Section 8?
Like 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago.
So how long did he apply for it and wait to get the
He
Section 8?
didn't wait long. I told you he was
That's
in.
crazy.
He was literally in the homeless shelter, maybe for like 3 months.
So can you hook me up with something? Can you help me? Like, talk to him, or
You need to go to a homeless shelter and work with a counselor there. And I don't know if that's even available anymore because it was through CHA, and CHA
okay.
isn't doing that much anymore because all the homeless people they were helping out ended up just using those places for trap houses.
Yeah. That's a good dream. When I was crazy, a bit more crazy.
Is something else gonna happen, or is it
I don't know
buffering?
why it's buffering. But you can see in the background that there's different things. If you were comfortable, I could show you what it involves. There's one person who's on the ground, usually like the dude because he's more strong, but you might as well. So you lie down, you press you this way. Okay? And it's kind of like I'm working.
Yeah,
on my
I've seen
knees
it.
and
I've seen
like
it.
that. Yeah.
I've seen it.
That's what
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing that.
Not that kind of fitness?
I don't have time.
No, I'm not saying time, just like if you want to stretch, isn't it fun to stretch with somebody else?
No.
You reach different
I'm not
areas.
stretching with nobody else. You know I'm not stretching with nobody.
Alright.
Shit, I don't even stretch by myself.
So what happened, if you don't mind me asking, with your love interest?
Love interest.
Weren't you in love with someone? You were trying to stay with someone else before. I remember, and it was not working. Avondale?
Avondale.
Yeah.
What's that for?
You don't remember that? Or am I recalling something different? You were actually making something for them too. Like you were doing your handyman stuff, but you were doing an exchange for living in that place. But somebody was staying with you.
You talking about Athena?
Athena, maybe, yeah.
Avondale? What the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe you're just too
What kind
tired.
of name? What kind of name is Avondale?
Avondale is a
Isn't that the
place
name of
in
a
Chicago.
street?
It is. Well, it's the name of actually in Chicago town.
What about her?
You had a love interest with it, right?
I wouldn't necessarily call it. I mean, see, love is different to me.
Okay, you were interested in her.
We were living together,
Living together.
and we did some other things together.
You formed a close connection with her than more than just a friend.
Yeah, we were sharing life together.
Exactly. So, did that, whatever happened there, encourage the situation where because you're talking about you're a very solitary lifestyle right now. Before you, if I remember correctly, you're saying I don't want to be alone. Like you were saying you were very alone and you didn't want to be alone.
When did I say those things?
You said these things when you were actually, well, practicing Islam. You're saying I'm only the Muslim here, and
I've never said those things.
you never said those? Okay, and you remember? Or maybe I could
You
be
might be thinking
confabulating.
of somebody else. That wasn't me.
Huh. Okay.
The only thing that I've said that might be similar to that is that when I was running my business full time, is that I was mentioning that I would like to have another person help me with that.
So you never mentioned it in a more of like you're desiring kinship, companionship.
No.
Have you always been like solitary then?
I'm an only child.
Are you serious? Well, yeah, but.
Yeah, man. I'm a lone wolf, my guy. Oh. It's gonna take a lot from a person to.
But don't you? Well, in terms of companionship, don't you have desires?
Yeah, but
Is it
I
yours?
don't.
Yeah. Hey, no, try some.
That's what I was saying with the cognac.
Oh,
She's like, oh.
it's open. You want some?
No, I'm good. Thank you though. I've made it a thing that I'm done because I want my brain to be 100%
Yeah.
for studying and all that
Yeah,
shit.
that's a good choice.
No man, like, I mean I do have desires, but I take care of those desires and then I leave. I don't need a whole lot of companionship to be like happy life.
Interesting. Okay. So let me ask you, like your long-term goal? Is just you want to learn as much as you can?
Yeah, I'd like to learn. Maybe own some land in like 5 years. Maybe have a kid if I can. I know I'm kind of late to the party, but
Well, so when you say you want to have a kid, like
yeah.
actually have a companion then?
I would like a companion in the sense of, yes, if I have a kid, I would like a companion, but it's not necessary. But it would be nice to have somebody.
So you'd adopt a kid if you didn't have?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, that's nice. I don't see myself at all in any kind of parenting situation in the future.
Yeah, and honestly, like, if the right person doesn't come around, it's not happening.
In a weird way, like in a physical sense, I think about is the right person for me? That is still to be answered.
Yep.
Because you can settle with someone, but that's not the right person, right?
Yeah, no, you should never settle.
Well, some people settle just to have companionship. They just want to have
right,
that
and
attention.
then they have toxic relationships.
Exactly. And they think that's better than being alone.
Right.
And you do not. You're the opposite end of that.
Yep.
I agree with you on that.
Yep. That's why I've been able to travel so much by myself. And just like go camping and like go travel to different states and just.
I mean, no, if you've got that intention, absolutely. That's ideal. And you can make the money and do that. I mean, I had ambition of a lifestyle like that, but you still gotta hustle. And hustling.
And like the whole decision with Athena, like I love Athena. I will say that I love Athena. I'm not in love with her, but I love her. I have a lot of love for her. I've dedicated a lot of time, energy, money into being there for her as a friend. And she shared a lot with me. Like she literally dropped her life, brought her life into my life just to be there for me. And like, you know, things got a little sketchy because like mental health and like where I was at mentally with this, like being suicidal and all that shit. But I love her, but I don't have to have her here. Like she's in Georgia right now. She's a stripper.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So like I've
She's making
had
good money.
I mean, hopefully where she's at now,
Depends.
yeah. But she was working at Blackjack's in Elgin. She wasn't making good money over there. Not because of her.
Oh, is this a good strip club or no?
It's just not that
So
great.
okay. What's a good strip club? Is that your frequent? So what do you do when you want to satisfy those urges?
I really don't have urges like that a lot, to be honest.
I'm the same way, but there's always some kind of animalistic. The body needs to, let's say, release. How do you get that done? Through alcohol?
He's not a man, dude.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Like, if I have an urge, if I can't satisfy it, then I don't. And then it goes away.
How about a sexual urge?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Or I fucking masturbate.
Okay. So self-stimulation.
Jenny, I need your help for a second.
What?
This is an option. Be careful.
Oh.
And I will say, in terms of sexual urges, if you are stagnant, sexual energy is movement, is creativity. So if you're in a stagnant place, you're going to have a heightened sexual urge because your body wants to move and create.
I don't disagree with that. But a lot of people, this is where the testosterone culture is, they channel their energy into like fitness for that. Yeah. Actually, the fitness culture is where another word, the buzzword overwhelm came in. Because a lot of times, a lot of the exercises are your work until overwhelm. And that's how you build muscle.
And work until failure, right?
Failure, yeah. Failure, I think, is the more commonly used term, but overwhelm is what I'm using. Because for me, overall means complete failure of executive function.
Did you realize that Anya? She came yesterday. She smelled a dead body.
Wait, you smell like onions?
No, green onions. It started to reek. I don't know why. It was fresh.
It wasn't green onion. It was Chinese chives.
It's green onions.
No,
And it's something else, man. Go get that again.
it's called Chinese chives.
I thought it was green onion.
I'm gonna get ready to get going. I gotta gear up and all that. But thank you. It was fun chilling. And next time I'm not coming over. We're gonna go do something fun. That's our next hangout.
Hey,
okay?
we did something fun, right?
But I mean, like, physically go out, meet up someplace.
Okay.
Do something.
I'm down.
You like karaoke?
Yeah.
Let's go do karaoke.
We can do karaoke. I'm down.
then
And you have Marina's number too, right?
I don't think I do have Marina's
You
number.
don't have her number. Marina, do you have Alexa's number?
Probably not.
I don't know if she's gonna check.
You guys should like exchange. I think you did.
Oh god.
Because if I don't respond, because when I get into a state, I'll always be with Marina, but most of the time, so you can always get a response there. 'Cause this is what I also this is something that could actually help me a lot, but Marina never like consented to it. Like if she could act as my secretary, like kind of
She's
be
not gonna
like.
act as your secretary.
No, like if I can't respond to somebody, just tell them that he can't be responsive right now. That's it.
You should just
It's like an auto dialer, you know?
They have like
Something like that.
things that you can pre-program messages. You can just like click a button.
Really?